Virgo Horoscope 2022. Dear Virgo, the soothsayer has prepared the horoscope for this year for all 12 signs of the zodiac. Even you, the earth sign of Virgo, you can read the prediction in love, health, finance, work, or in the emotions of Virgo for the year. In the complete horoscope, its individual sections, we will get acquainted in detail with the prediction of love, friendship, family, pregnancy and marriage of Virgo during this year. Other parts of the horoscope belong to the career and finances of Virgo, where you will find out if the year will be a career and financially successful. The last chapter of the horoscope belongs to the health forecast for the year, and you have the opportunity to find out what health complications you can expect during the year and whether your health will be stable and balanced throughout the year. Therefore, read each section of your horoscope and prepare for this year with knowledge of your future. Virgo, Earth zodiac sign, is anyone who was born between August 23rd and September 22nd. Each of you who is born in this term was born with an earth element, with a changeable nature. Your ruling planet is a powerful planet of communication and intellect, the planet Mercury. Tuesday becomes a happy day for every Virgo. This day is suitable not only for completing important tasks, projects and important responsibilities at work, but also for your overall comprehensive relaxation and for moments spent with the family. To capture your happiness, just Tuesday, combined with lucky numbers and with happy colors, is a combination of the total physical and mental rest of the Virgo in this year. The happy color of the Virgin during the year is yellow and beige. These colors should form elements in your home. They should not only surround your home, but they should also be transferred to your closet and to your office. For example, get yellow candles or beige pieces for your wardrobe, because these colors of this year will give you more harmony, stability, and, above all, relieve stress from work duties. In terms of aromatherapy, a little pain or stress will help you remove lavender oil, which is the oil of this year for every person born in the sign of Virgo. This oil will not only improve your memory, remove mild headaches, and also help you with the stress that you will transfer from work duties to your home. Lavender oil must form part of every Virgo's home or office. If you need help with minor pain or stressful situations during this year, reach for your oil of the year, which will certainly help you. Therefore, get lavender oil at the end of the year. This oil has been known for centuries for its positive effects on mental and physical health. Virgo earth signs share your earth element with Taurus and Capricorn signs. All these three signs of the zodiac have certain characteristics in common. They focus on practical things, tangible things they can admire and grasp. Their whole life is also focused on work and finances so as to provide their family and their loved ones with peace and a harmonious home. The sign of the zodiac Virgo is also called the feminine sign. In addition to Virgo, the female signs of the zodiac also include Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. An important feature of women's zodiac signs is the fact that they can listen to these signs and obey them if necessary. They receive and listen to the opinions of others, and they respond to crisis events or the high pressure of the environment by waiting. I can listen a lot and understand a lot. And that's why they are great friends and family members who can often harmonize broken relationships. Female zodiac signs are an excellent advisor and helper and are often very popular in society. Virgo is a moving sign of the zodiac and so can adapt to the environment and is also very versatile. When the sun is in the sign of Virgo, it is time to change several things in life, because the sun in the moving signs of the zodiac such as Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces mean a rich inner life and a certain phase of change in attitudes. In the year, the astrological horoscope suggests that the life of Virgo will focus mainly on career, and in the later months of this year on friendship and family. Virgo, as a very hard-working sign of the zodiac, can thus look forward to an extremely successful year in several respects. The ruling planet of Virgo, the planet Mercury, rules the two signs of the whole zodiac, the sign of Gemini, and also the sign of Virgo. When Mercury passes through the sign of Virgo, in this position he is in the sign of his exaltation, and thus Virgo is strongly influenced and determined. From the overall point of view, the planet Mercury recommends each virgin to reach for herbs, Breckland thyme and oregano, in case of other complications or energy accommodation. In this year, however, lemon balm is the herb of the year for every Virgo, which will help you with several complications. Therefore, this herb should be a part of every Virgo's life, from which you will prepare a tasty tea that will calm you down and help you with insomnia. This herb is suitable for Virgo, especially when you need to focus on work and responsibilities, and therefore honeysuckle tea is a calming elixir for your body and soul. We will talk more about its effects and its use in the health horoscope for this year. The planet Mercury is considered in astrology as a planet of thought and communication. He concentrates his strong energy mainly on his home signs of the zodiac, which is also the sign of Virgo. During this year, Mercury will be retrograde over several terms and will affect every Virgo. If you are really interested in your horoscope for this year in detail, you should watch the days of Mercury's retrograde movement to be prepared for any change or complication that this retrograde movement of the planet brings. In any case, with the beneficial effects of the planet Mercury on your zodiac sign, this planet helps you find a way to work with your inner world, a way to express your personality to the outside world. It is a planet of consciousness, a planet that helps you make rational decisions and use your heart and intelligence in balance. Mercury manifests itself in the way you act, you think, whether you speak. It will also show the strengths and weaknesses of your personality and force you to look at your own self from multiple angles and accept criticism. In the year, Mercury will also cause in the life of Virgo that you will not want to stay in one place, but you will be interested in moving forward. Mercury reminds Virgo not to impoverish her decisions with her heart, to bring into every decision not only logic and analytical thinking, but also a heart that will tell you where to go in this year. As we have already mentioned, the earth signs of the zodiac include not only the sign of Virgo, but also the sign of Capricorn and the sign of Taurus. The practical signs of the zodiac can create a plan in life, follow it, and at the final point even carry it out. All three signs of the zodiac are very specific, they hate lies, and they can share their practical worldview with others. Sometimes Virgo may lack cordiality in decisions, but this is complemented by friendly zodiac signs that Virgo understands. Virgo has a daily interest in taking care of her finances and looking for a way to increase them. It will not be different in this year, when the work and financial horoscope will clarify all the facts from an astrological point of view that will be related to your career and finances. As Virgo does not lack the motivation for financial security, intelligence, and creativity, these key qualities of the sign will be your strong weapons this year as well. If you want to bring your earth element under control and remove instability and sometimes superficiality in your decisions from your life, you must free yourself from your established habits. You can try new things without remorse and make changes in your life so far. Forget the routine that pulls you back in life and prevents you from discovering all the beauties of the world. Virgo will do her best to focus on the present moment during this year, to work on her emotional stability and inner strength. It may require a special effort and a great commitment from Virgo, but an excellent step for each of you is to begin meditation or spiritual practice to help you grow in your personal life. In this way, you balance the element of the earth, which brings into your life not only positive properties, but also negative elements of its effect. The zodiac signs born with the air element will be excellent friends for every Virgo. These zodiac signs will help you enjoy your free time, offer you a way to find more relaxation in your life, and even make you the ideal partner for exercise, whether spiritual or physical. The air signs of the zodiac are the signs of Gemini, Libra, and the sign of Aquarius. They will be your best friends in this year. Throughout the year, You can also rely on the signs that are controlled by the element of fire, the signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. These 3 signs of the zodiac form a very suitable half for you in this year, whether in terms of your emotions, family relationships, or career success. If you are a Virgo who in this year is considering starting a business or starting a coveted project, the most suitable partners for this step will be the fiery signs of the zodiac. Even your friendly Earth zodiac signs offer you a number of positive qualities that will come in handy in your life. You will achieve the greatest compatibility in love and emotions with the water signs of the zodiac, with the signs of Pisces, and with the signs of Cancer. The high compatibility of love in this year with these 2 signs of the zodiac will further strengthen your mutual loyalty and practically the relationship, if your partner is born in one of these 2 signs of the zodiac. For the single Virgo, the year means a change and the opportunity to find your soulmate, not only in the earth signs of the zodiac, but also in the water ones. The single Virgo should therefore, in the search for love, focus mainly on the signs of the zodiac Taurus, Cancer, and other Virgo, the signs of Scorpio, Capricorn, or Pisces. These zodiac signs are highly compatible with single Virgo during the year. If you think about your luck in the game, or in the lottery, and you want to know your lucky numbers for this year, the numbers 1, 4, 5, 10 and the number 15 will guide you through the whole year. These numbers will bring you happiness in your life throughout the year, if you learn to use them properly. So what will be the life of the Virgo during this year with regard to the characteristics of the sign? Virgo pays attention to the smallest details. He is a very loyal person who, with his diligence, proves his value, not only for himself, but also for his partner, but for the whole society. Your kind and analytical demeanor makes Virgo the perfect friend, who will always offer her friend a practical solution to the problem. In this year, Virgo will be one of the most careful signs of the zodiac. The whole year will once again belong to your analytical thinking, and too much criticism of yourself may be pushed to the forefront of your life. Horoscope advises Virgo to take out any pretense or game of life during the year until it actually is. For Virgo who live in a partnership without love, and rather enjoy the material security resulting from this bond, the horoscope recommends ending such a relationship and concentrating on real-life values. Although Virgo does not like to ask for the help of others, in this year you will have to ask your friends and family for their opinion, because in certain parts of your life you will also need a critical look from others. Enjoy nature, read more books, and focus on healthy food that suits not only your body, but also your psyche. Every Virgo who has a pet in this year will enjoy these moments very much. A Virgo who thinks of greater joy in life should not hesitate more, and should share her love with her pet, which will be a great joy and a challenge for every Virgo. Virgo must act in this year to be happier. Fear and excessive shyness have no place in your life in this year, and you need to focus more on moving forward and on overcoming any problems that are often only in your mind. The strong nature of the Virgo, who in the year will prefer rather conservative and organized things around, can also work on own mental balance during the year, but also on work around the household and career. The imaginary boundaries in the mind of Virgo opened in this year, and the Virgo is given the opportunity to look into such spheres that he had no idea about. Some Virgo will experience disappointment in love, which may, however, encourage you even more to seek your soulmate in life. In this year, in terms of love, you want to feel safe and sincere enough for your partner to be able to express emotions from the depths of your heart. In love, the Virgo mainly seeks a sense of security. Many Virgos will experience this feeling in the year on the part of a long-term partner or husband. However, Virgo horoscope recommends you not to forget the regular need to build your mutual trust with your partner and the patience that will ensure that you are satisfied in your relationship. The basic characteristics of Virgo are a sense of detail and order, the ability to submit to critical situations, and a sense of trifles. These basic characteristics do not change even in this year, when the focus of Virgo will be on work, health and financial success. In the later months of the year, the Virgo's family and friends will also come to the attention of Virgo, when it will be necessary to perceive the details around you, in order to help the mental growth of your loved ones. Let's now take a look at the complete horoscope for each Virgo, where you will find a prediction in every important direction of Virgo's life. This horoscope will alert you to important moments of this year that you should remember if you want to move on in life and move forward. Positive changes in Virgo life in 2022. From the point of view of astrological transits, Horoscope Virgo also specifies the positive and negative moments that await you. Every Virgo should know this brief overview, because it describes the most important transits and forces that will affect your energy, love, interpersonal relationships, career, finances and health during this year. In love, there are several transits that direct your attention to solving problems in a long-term relationship. During the months of February and March, Mars focuses its energy on intimate pleasure in a long-term relationship. The whole horoscope Virgo reminds you several times to be open to changes and innovations in the field of love. Until March 6th, the passage of Mars welcomes social events that you can attend with your loved ones. It is through shared moments among others that you can use your relationship to enhance the joy of your mutual understanding. The first quarter of this year is very favorable in terms of long-term relationships. The only downside seems to be that, if you are a parent, you will have the urge to push children into professions and hobbies that were your own dream. However, we will talk more about the negative aspects below. You should keep in mind all year long that you need to support your children in fulfilling and creating their own dreams, and not push them into someone else's dreams. At the beginning of February, astrological transits will also bring opportunities for convalescence of love relationships that were problematic in the previous period or that overcame major problems. However, positive transits indicate that, thanks to your not too much effort, there will be a harmonization of one's own emotions and long-lasting relationships. By the end of February, the horoscope recommends that you calm down the energies of previous problematic relationships. In the first quarter, you will even have the opportunity to forgive anyone from your past who has hurt your heart, but also those who have betrayed you. In March, transits are very positive towards each Virgo. They mean success for those in love, but also for those who seek love. In any case, you will enjoy a fertile period at work and in the financial direction, so March seems to be one of the best months of the year. This month is also ideal for a shift in a relationship, such as marriage or pregnancy. Another month will be carried in a similar style, the month of April from the point of view of love relations, and April is the most suitable month for talks and for strengthening interpersonal relations. Don't underestimate the communication with your partner and your children, because you need to build a close relationship in April. In April, your 7th house of partnership and love is more occupied, supporting any interpersonal relationships, their quality and development. Another excellent transit for the love of those in relationship is the period from June 21st, when the Sun concentrates all your energies on your friends, and later on your family. Similar energies are predicted by the horoscope in the months of July, August, and September, when increased attention is directed mainly to friends and family, but career and finances are also at the forefront. Astrological movements during November suggest enjoying the joy of being close to your loved ones. The year seems to be extremely suspicious for the love of those in relationship, and many of you will have the opportunity to calm the broken relationships of the past right at the beginning of this year. At the end of the year, every Virgo will have the opportunity to achieve life satisfaction and success, not only in terms of personal long-term relationships, but also in terms of career and finances. For singles, the year seems to be more hectic. Around January 16th, you will enjoy a time when others are seen as a beautiful, intelligent and viable being. You will be more attractive because all transits wish you to enchant interesting people in your area. Virgo horoscope recommends that you build your self-confidence and mental health in the first month of this year. The months of February and March will be interesting for those Virgos who are looking for a long-term relationship, but even more interesting will be for those of you who are looking for a momentary pleasure from a short-term relationship. The Sun is moving through 7th astrological house, so someone from the past can speak whom you will be able to forgive. The horoscope recommends you not to break down the bridges of relationship, because at the beginning of the year you can give a chance to someone you often think of. Sometimes an open heart and an open mind are the best solution for your future happiness. Realize that everyone in the world can change for the better. Give your past a chance, but pay more attention to the other than before. April is also an interesting month for single Virgo, when the 7th house is more occupied, and thus it will cause attraction and charming radiance from each of you. You will be able to make new social contacts mainly through social events that you should not miss. So if you are invited to a social event that may be of interest to you, forget about excuses, dress nicely, and impress others. Acquired contacts may not be your fateful love, but they can push you forward in life. Subsequently, the relations for the next months are oriented in a different direction. At the end of the year, they wish astrological transits to every Virgo who longs for true love and real emotions and feelings. The most interesting months will be October, November, and December, because these months will belong not only to family relationships, but also to new meetings. Such a prediction is brought in short by Horoscope Virgo for every single Virgo. Let's take a brief look at family relationships. The first months may seem like a swing to some Virgo, so the horoscope recommends that you pay special attention to grandparents if they suffer from heart problems or high blood pressure. January, February, and March transits are very beneficial in terms of family relationships because they are months full of understanding and love. Transits focusing on Virgo's family relationships occur from September 5th to September 29th, when you have the opportunity to heal such relationships in the family that have been disrupted due to past quarrels or misunderstandings. You are a great listener and a person with an open heart. You can listen to others, and you are an excellent advisor during the month of September, when one of your loved ones will need your support. You will feel the heavily occupied 4th astrological house, which is the home of the family, especially during November. So you should use November to build strong family bonds, and to forgive anyone who deserves your forgiveness after a long time. The year will therefore end with a strong energetic influence of astrological transits, especially on the 4th house of the family, and the 5th house of joy, and these transits will connect you with your family and your friends. December is a month that, from the point of view of family and friendly relations, gives you the opportunity to fully enjoy the closeness of your loved ones, which will not be disturbed by anything. What positive transits can Virgo expect from a career perspective? The number of months of this year will revolve mainly around the career and finances of Virgo. Job responsibilities, success, but also a shift in your life, awaits you at new levels during the year. The first half of this year will be extremely favorable for every Virgo in career. Interesting transits predict changes in Virgo's work, as your home planet signals that you will be able to fully engage your intelligence and analytical thinking. It is this part of your personality that will help you to be extremely successful at work, especially in the first half of the year. The month of March also creates harmonious working conditions and an environment where you have excellent interpersonal relationships with co-workers. This month is also a good time for the unemployed, who can find their coveted job faster than the competition. Virgo is a very hardworking person in general, and you will not miss this personality trait of yours even during the year. Through this personality trait, You will enchant employers, and therefore it will not be a big problem for the unemployed Virgo to find the desired job. Several transits also give a huge opportunity for unemployed Virgo to travel abroad to capture entirely new job opportunities. At the beginning of this year, students or people born in the sign of Virgo, who decided to study even at a later age, can also develop their knowledge. You will be successful in any direction you choose to educate. The second half of the year encourages you to be bold and proactive. A number of career opportunities will open the door for you, and you can decide between leaving your current job and choosing a business path or a completely new job. Astrological transits wish every Virgo in terms of career, and only a few negative transits await you, which will affect your career stability. In any case, the end of year marks the planet Jupiter passing through the house of transformation, and thus brings great happiness in the career direction. The year is therefore very stable and balanced in terms of career. You will have many opportunities to succeed and to move on in life. Take your chances. Remember to show your courage and draw success into your own life. Also, in terms of finances, you have several opportunities to change your financial status and enrich your family finances. Big financial decisions or financial plans are not recommended during the retrograde period of Mercury, which is your ruling planet. At the end of the year, the planet Jupiter in the 8th house wishes you material happiness. However, there will be many more happy days, so don't wait and read the detailed finance horoscope for 2022, which will certainly tell you more. You will also find their exact terms that are associated with your financial happiness. From the point of view of health, astrological movements affect Virgo's health by ending health problems, as well as by analyzing one's own health. At the beginning of the year, you can only enjoy balanced health, which should strengthen a healthy lifestyle, and you will need to include certain vitamins in your diet, which we will talk about in Horoscope Virgo Health and Vitality. Honey is an herb of the year for each of you, which you can use in case of minor health complications, or to balance stress after a hard day. Lemon balm tea is not only delicious, but also soothing, and an excellent support for your health. The oil of the year in terms of aromatherapy is lavender oil, which is known for its health effects and benefits for your health. Bet mainly on a healthy diet and include fruit in your meal, such as oranges, bananas and lemons, which are extremely important to you in this year. During the year, especially prefer food that is easy to digest, because you may again suffer from indigestion, which can be unpleasant. In this year, however, the health horoscope is favorable and says that Virgo does not have to expect any surprises that would negatively affect health. The end of the year also provides good health, and you will be able to focus fully on other areas of your life that will require your attention. In terms of positive astrological transits, therefore, the year seems to be extremely favorable for Virgo. You will receive as a gift several transits suitable for your own mental development and for a shift in life in the right direction. Negative changes in Virgo life. There will not be many negative transits during this year. Yearly forecast is rather positive, so Virgo can enjoy most days in harmony and love. However, there are several negative transits that can affect the energy and life of Virgo, and in this short description we will list some of them. If you want to know the complete horoscope for the sign of Virgo, do not hesitate and read all sections of the horoscope, where you will find a detailed description of important astrological transits for the current year. From the point of view of love, the horoscope predicts a negative aspect from February 25th to March 6th, when each Virgo will have to fight with her own emotions. From February 25th to March 6th, horoscope describes a short period when you will have to put out a certain storm in interpersonal relationships, which is especially evident in your private life. Love relationships, marriages, and long-term relationships will be tested these days, and the patience of Virgo will be important. The fortune teller recommends you Not to be afraid in the year. You need to move forward and not analyze old problems and misunderstandings that can hurt your soul and your heart. You must not look back on things that you will no longer be able to fix and change. Every Virgo will have a tendency to return to the past with thoughts, but these steps will not benefit you in this year. From April 29th to October 8th, the commissioned Virgos will perceive Pluto in retrograde, which can turn you on strength and energy to fight for things that are important to you. During this period, which will last for several months, the prediction does not recommend you to make hasty decisions that you did not think about in advance. During these months, there may also be difficult moments in terms of raising children and in the direction of understanding of others. It will also concern the problems of one's own individuality, and therefore it can be a somewhat difficult time for several Virgo who listen to their children and who are troubled by conflicts of the past. At the beginning of the year, before the arrival of retrograde Pluto, you must karmically cleanse yourself so that you do not perceive the negative aspects of retrograde Pluto. From April 29th to May 24th, it can lead you to be depressed of any unfulfilled desire related to a long-term relationship or marriage. You need to rest, so look for more free time just for yourself to focus on your own mental development. Horoscope Virgo also draws attention to the love affair and to the fidelity that will be tested in this year. Your decline in terms of a relationship with your partner can catch you in a relationship with a third party, which can severely compromise your own integrity and interpersonal relationships in your family. Be aware, however, that any relationships that would disrupt your long-term bond will be of no value to you in the year. In the second half of the year, the relationships of every Virgo who experience problems of mainly sexual origin will be disrupted. Horoscope predicts the negative aspects associated with single virgins. From January 1th until the first half of February, every single Virgo should focus only on positive thoughts. Single Virgos can travel with thoughts to the past. They will fully realize what bad steps they have taken in the past. From April 15th to May 24th, you need to keep an eye out for new contacts, because you may get into a violent relationship that has no emotional basis. Many Virgos will also focus on such relationships that will bring you material and financial security, warns Horoscope Virgo. During the year, every unmarried Virgo can be contacted by someone from the past, especially your ex-partner, who abused you physically or mentally in the past. This applies especially to the months of April and May, when you should avoid this contact immediately. You shouldn't even consider starting a conversation with someone who has emotionally squeezed you out in the past. You will do better if you focus on future relationships, especially from April, when no one from the past should be given a second chance. On the contrary, in the first quarter of this year, you have the opportunity to give a second chance to a person with whom you broke up due to small misunderstandings or disagreements. From April, you have to leave the past behind. From October 23rd, the transit of the planet Venus will take place in the sign of its exile, and this transition of the planet of love will give you a very special radiance of a personality who will attract a certain kind of partners. However, from a negative point of view, you can also succumb to such relationships that will not be valuable to you in the future, because you will not find many topics to talk to with this potential partner. Looking at family relationships, transits are rather positive. The only warning is the months of March and November. In the month of March, you will constantly explain your attitudes and opinions to others in your family, and so you bring tension and nervousness to interpersonal relationships. You have to realize that you are not always right. Your exaggerated communication can also turn you into moments of well-being spent in silence, as you will want to analyze everything related to your family. Family relationships can be more complicated, especially in the period from November 17th to 22nd, when aspects bring to the surface such family relationships that have been disrupted or undisturbed. It will not be many days during the year because family relationships are very favorable. When it comes to friendships, you should be wary of misunderstandings, especially on topics that you should omit in this year. Avoid topics of politics, religion, or other differing opinions that you have with your friends. Your exaggerated initiative to help your friends can exhaust you at the beginning of the year. A great warning is the period from May 2nd to May 28th, when every Virgo should pay attention to the friendly relations that surround you. Don't be provoked into discussions aimed at humiliating or slandering others. In the following months of the year, the friendly relations will be positive, and you do not have to expect any storm that would affect your interpersonal relations from this point of view. Even in the career of the sign of Virgo, there will be more difficult moments during the year, which the astrological horoscope draws your attention to. In January, you should be careful what criticism you make against your co-workers. Even if the criticism is justified, it should not come from you now. Take more care of yourself, and don't focus on the work performance of others. Don't worry, management notices other people's problems and the fact that they don't keep up with your work pace. In May, you will be impressed by the retrograde Mercury and Venus passing through the sign of their exile. It is for these reasons that you need to be more careful in communicating with your supervisor and your colleague. For those whose job is home care, in May you need to focus on direct and loving communication with children and your partner. From April 20th to May 21st, it's better to finish all the projects and bet on being honest with everyone around you. From July 5th to August 20th, you can feel the planet Mars in exile, and this transition can disrupt your personal karma at work. Virgos who previously underestimated their work and did not have a sufficient work pace or completed important tasks will now feel every negative impact from the past. Horoscope Virgo also does not recommend you to take big steps towards a career change or starting a business until August 20th from July 5th. Venus in exile from October 23rd to November 16th will disrupt the positive effects of other astrological transits and prevent you from achieving excellent results as well as finding a new job. Another warning for the unemployed Virgo is that each of you beware of overly tempting offers from your family members or from friends for earnings who aren't really real. Don't invest your saved money in projects that don't make sense to you in the future. Finances can also be affected from a negative point of view. In January, any major financial expenditure will have a huge impact on you in your future. Therefore, especially during the month of January, focus on saving and spending money on things you really need. If you are going to buy real estate or invest more money, January is really not the right month. From March 20th to April 20th, transits affect your relationship with gambling, and therefore they should sharpen Virgo who are addicted to games or who spend money in this direction. Get rid of any addictions that are related to your finances, recommended by Horoscope Virgo. You will be successful in finances for the rest of the year. Astrological transits perhaps only draw attention to Venus in exile until May 28th, because this planet can cause some chaos in your expenses and income. It is better to consult family members or financial professionals about larger expenses. This transit of Venus can ruin your savings until May 28th. The rest of the year is financially stable and will bring you more transits, so you can capture your financial happiness. From a health perspective, the only time you should slow down and focus more on your health is in January. Address any unexpected changes in your health that may be related to your long-term illness. In March, astrological transits alert those Virgo who suffer from certain allergies or headache problems. You have to be careful about your diet, because you have to avoid foods that contain dangerous chemicals and harm your health. Get to know the dangerous food additives you buy and avoid them with a big bend, especially during the summer months, but basically throughout this year. In the year, there are not a large number of negative transits that would affect the energy of the Virgo. In any case, the detailed horoscope will show you every problematic transit that you need to know if you want to avoid a negative effect on your person. Dear Leo, if you like the horoscope, please support us and subscribe our channel. For more horoscopes, Leo, visit to links that you can find in the video description. Biggest Horoscope 2022 are prepared by fortune teller and site www.horoscope-divination.com. Wish you all the best in 2022. Love and relationships Horoscope Virgo 2022. Love of these in relationship. This part of the horoscope for 2022 for the sign of Virgo will focus mainly on the prediction of the love, emotions, and relationship of those of you who are in a long-term relationship or marriage. The soothsayer predicts the future and the love of every Virgo in a long-term relationship, who will learn in this section which days during 2022 are appropriate to enhance and strengthen your love, and vice versa, when you should beware of the negative effects of astrological transits on your love relationships. Overall, 2022 is not very rich in astrological transits that would affect your long-term relationships. The horoscope specifies that the family and friendships of the Virgo and the relationships of the singles will be affected the most. In terms of long-lasting love relationships, Virgo can expect the first effect on love in the period from January 26 to March 6. During this period, the planet Mars passes through the 5th house, passing through the sign of its elevation. This period gives every Virgo the first opportunity to bring openness into her life in 2022. Mars offers the opportunity to dedicate its energy mainly to intimate pleasure with your partner. Your relentless energy and curiosity can be oriented towards the intimate satisfaction of yourself and the needs of your partner. You can not only engage in intimate activities, but also go out with your partner. Any social event at a time when the planet Mars is moving as a sign of its elevation is welcome. You have a great feeling for art and creativity, so you and your partner can indulge in moments devoted not only to intimate life, but also to intellectual pleasure. During this period, the need of Virgo after a deeper emotional connection with her partner will be satisfied, and therefore the very first quarter of 2022 is very favorable. However, in terms of family relationships with your children, Mars draws attention to tense relationships with children in this position. You can force them into activities that were denied to you in your youth. However, you must realize that children also need the freedom in which they express themselves best in life. Don't force them to fulfill your own dreams and goals that you can no longer fulfill. Horoscope 2022 Virgo recommends that you let children walk on their own path and support them in their own expression. During 2022, forget that you will force children into interests that they do not enjoy. You have to let them spread their wings and rather follow their interests, which you also adapt to. In the first quarter of 2022, you will be attracted by quick decisions and a fast pace in your life. If you are in a long-term relationship and you are wondering if it is a good time for marriage, the first quarter of 2022 will answer your questions about the relationship. It is quite likely that your partner will understand the importance of a shift in your relationship, and it is in the months of February and the beginning of March that it is possible that several Virgo will be engaged in a long-term relationship. This applies not only to women, but also to men born in this earth sign of the zodiac. Since you are also putting a lot of energy into your own activities these days, it would be a good idea to involve your family members in all your interests and hobbies. From February 11th, the conjunction of Mercury, your home planet, with the planet Pluto, joins Mars in the 5th house. This conjunction brings a strong intellect and great curiosity to the life of Virgo. This will be reflected in your closest relationships, as the conjunction of Mercury with the planet Pluto affects your style of communication. From February 18th, however, the Sun passing through the 7th house of the partnership will also be added to the positive transits this month. The sun influencing the house of partnership and harmony offers convalescence to every marriage and partnership that has been disrupted by negative energies in the past. You have the opportunity to get your common aura into harmony, and from February 18th to the 25th day of this month, you can enjoy very positive vibrations from the sun in the 7th astrological house. You can realize, not only through yourself, but also through your partner, who is now your best advisor and best friend. February is an excellent month for developing relationships, especially its first half, the period up to the 25th day of this month. You can discover and explore the needs of your partner, and you can also confide in him with your sexual ideas and desires. It is now very important to get closer and grow emotionally with your partner. You should be like one person who is constantly working to develop your common interpersonal relationships. This position of Mercury, your home planet in the conjunction of Pluto, and the Sun in the 7th house during February, combines your analytical thinking with your big heart, and therefore you can develop not only relationships, but also coziness in your home. Transit also affects your ability to understand others, making you an excellent parent who understands your children's needs. These energies acting on your 7th house are a big positive wave of 2022, because they give you the opportunity to enjoy all the positive vibrations directed from astrological transits to your 5th and 7th astrological house right at the beginning of the year. Astrological transits also affect your social part of life. Once again, you have the opportunity to indulge in social events with your partner, during which you will meet new interesting people. This combination of positive January and February transits will affect every Virgo, not only in love, but also in business. Overall, your closest relationships will develop like an avalanche, in a positive direction. You have the opportunity not only to give out the best of yourself, but also to receive positive energies from others that strengthen your nature, intelligence, and your self-confidence. Until February 25th, these positive energies are not disturbed by anything, so in terms of love, you have many opportunities to develop your relationship, to strengthen it, and to transform partnerships into marriage. Focus on your needs, the needs of your children and your spouse, and indulge in as much joy as you can. Realize that it is the positive astrological transits to your sign that will help you, not only to penetrate the depths of your partner's emotions, but also to save relationships that have been broken in the past. If you do not use these positive transits by February 25th, relationships will be more difficult to recover from that date. You will need to pay more energy and more attention to relationships that have been disrupted in the past. In the period from February 25th to March 6th, Mars can provoke tense relationships in such connections, which in the past period must have gone through a great crisis, cheating, or your addiction, or the dependence of your partner. Such relationships Virgo Horoscope 2022 warns you to focus on constructive communication with each other, because any quarrels, swearing, and improper communication toward your partner can disrupt this relationship so much that you will no longer be able to heal it. Since February 25th, the Mercury square Uranus has been added to the operation of Mars in your 5th house. This square can not only cause tense relationships and broken marriages and relationships, but it can also strengthen your mind, transforming it into an impatient and sometimes even aggressive one. This square will affect every Virgo until March 6th, when the action of Mars in the 5th house will end. Horoscope 2022 Virgo also specifies that, if these relationships are not calmed down, if Virgo does not try to restore harmony to these energies, relationships may fall apart under the guise of past infidelity, or other complications related to your emotions. Therefore, to develop and strengthen your relationship, you must use mainly the month of February, but mainly the period until February 25th. From February 25th, you will either enjoy relationships neutrally, and your attention may be focused on other areas of your life, or you may have to report a storm in your emotions, caused by past misunderstandings and complications. Learn to weigh your words, and don't say anything in quarrels that would negatively affect the depth of your partner's emotions or yourself. Remember that Virgo Horoscope 2022 reminds you how important it is not to fix yourself on past things that you will not change. If you want to move forward, move, and don't analyze the old problems and misunderstandings that cut your soul in half. You never turn your whole energy into things that you will no longer fix and change in your life. This is the greatest advice given to you by Horoscope 2022 Virgo, which advises you to depersonalize yourself from past injuries. You will not change these things, and it will be better for you to forgive everyone of the past and to move forward with pure soul and energy to the other positive transits that the next quarter of 2022 brings. On March 6th, the negative energies will end, and from March 10th you can enjoy the transition of Mercury to the 7th house of partnership and harmony. Now you will be attracted mainly by intelligent people who have a great and attractive way of communication. From March 10th, they wish positive transits, not only to the Virgos in relationship, but also to those who are looking for love. However, we will talk more about that in the horoscope for singles. Each commissioned Virgo will now achieve simple success in the field of work, but also in the field of mental connection with partner. This transit again indicates an excellent period for a shift in your relationship, whether marriage or pregnancy. If you are a Virgo who longs to take your relationship to a new level, or a Virgo who longs to move in a relationship, just between March 10 and the end of April 2022 is a great time for the great steps of Virgo's life. Love will entertain you, and it will bring you a tremendous amount of joy in your life. Even the transits of the moon acting on the various astrological houses of the Virgo only indicate a positive direction and strengthening of your energy. Therefore, these positions also wish you to choose a marriage in the case of a long-term relationship, and in the case of a long-term marriage to the first or next offspring, which will bring you a lot of joy in your life. The astrological passage of Mercury through the 7th house means not only a strong mental connection with a partner, but also a good ability to express one's opinions and thoughts. In this way, you maintain relationships on a new level and enjoy an intelligent and emotional connection with your loved one. You share your hobbies and interests mainly with a narrow circle of your friends, but mainly with your partner, who is now becoming your closest ally. The whole of March and the period until April 29th helps you to overcome any problem in love and in your emotions. You will not be hit by any unexpected storm that would disrupt your interpersonal relationships. The harmonious period of March and April is suitable for conversations, for strengthening interpersonal relationships, for developing communication with your partner, with your children, and with your loved ones. Mercury built in this way also creates a huge amount of understanding within you, so you can offer huge psychological support to others. Remember that if your partner has problems in the field of work, career, finance, it is you who can encourage him to perform better and to improve his physical health during this period. From March 10th to April 29th, you are a healer, counselor, great parent, and the perfect partner who can be sure of the security and depth of your relationship. It is security that assures the Virgo of the perfection of relationship. The feeling of security will give you a great deal in the first half of 2022, so you will be able to focus on even greater career advancement and financial success in 2022. March and April are also ideal months for a holiday or an extended weekend in the arms of loved one. The month of April 2022 is also full of a positive concentration of astrological transits on your 7th house of partnership and love. It strengthens any interpersonal relationships. April seems to be one of the strongest months for your long-term love. Since April 5th, Venus has been moving through the 7th houses, a house of promotion, and means a very satisfied and happy marriage. Any Virgo who considers the ideal date of the wedding should focus mainly on the passage of Venus through the 7th astrological house, from April 5th to April 29th, when the positive vibration of this planet of love will not disturb any negative aspect. Your spouse, your partner, your love will play a very important role in your life, and even through this other person you will gain success in other ways of life. Your partner, and your long-term love, will even bring you happiness during this period, and it is quite likely that you will also have material success. You just have to listen to each other's ideas and thoughts, and try to work on your common happiness, not to be selfish. Focus on your common development and common happiness, not just your own success. This period is strongly positive, not only for Virgo who are in a long-lasting bond and marriage, but also for any Virgo who wants to grow emotionally. You will even build on new relationships that can grow into friendships, because in April you will be invited to several social events that will be important to you, especially in the direction of making new contacts. From April 15th, the planet Mars, passing through the 7th house, will join the great positive effect of astrological transits on your love. It mainly affects women born in the sign of Virgo, who appreciate the strength and energy of their partner during this period. Men born in the sign of Virgo, on the other hand, draw deeper into their own person and allow women to control their household and their decisions. Such Mars gives men born in this sign an opportunity to rest, where the Virgo man can redirect all duties and afflictions to the woman who is now supporting him. On the other hand, women born in the sign of Virgo will have more responsibilities in life, but they will entertain you, which will increase your own personal value. Your view of yourself reinforces your positive view of the world around you. During this period, your psychic side of love will be satisfied. Horoscope 2022 Virgo thus indicates that until the end of April 2022, you do not have to expect any unpleasant surprises from your partner or from yourself. Long-term relationships will flourish, but it is necessary to forget the past and focus energy in a more valuable direction, even if it will be difficult for some Virgos. At the end of April, specifically from April 29th to October 8th, the movement of the retrograde planet Pluto in the 5th house comes into play. This constellation usually does not reach depths of energy, but several Virgos should be careful in certain directions. Difficult moments can occur, especially from the point of view of raising your children, or from the point of view of your own individuality. Overall, this aspect suggests that you will be more stubborn than usual, and you will try to convince everyone in your family of your truth. The transit of the planet Pluto can create a lot of inner confusion in love, because you are constantly questioning your partner's actions. These tense energies can affect Virgos differently, some strike hard, and some Virgos, who built their own inner balance at the beginning of 2022, may not even notice this transit of Pluto. In any case, it is very appropriate to follow your own emotions and try to avoid conflicts and provoking quarrels with your partner or husband. You have to look at yourself more positively, because your own self-criticism can take you out of a good mood and make you more frustrated. Retrograde Pluto from April 29th to October 8th can also deprive you of the strength and energy to fight for something that is important to you. This applies especially to disharmonious partnerships that have gone through a crisis, fraud, or a bigger problem in life. Virgo loses hope for a better future for this relationship, and this movement of the planet Pluto may indicate a decline in the struggle for a better life and a more harmonious love in Virgo's long-term relationship. However, this negative effect of the planet Pluto does not affect the Virgo intensely, but it can affect your dreams, which bother your mind during this period. Your dreams will be mainly about your relationship, and your deep thoughts in times of misunderstanding with your partner will bring strong decisions into your life. But during the period of the retreating Pluto, you should make decisions gradually and slowly. Virgo Horoscope 2022 does not recommend making quick and hasty decisions during this time, because Pluto can provoke your nature to end something you have the opportunity to save. Your gloomy thoughts, nightmares, and disharmonious feelings, especially during periods of quarrel with your partner, should be overcome mainly by communication and not too emotional view of these problems. With the retrograde Pluto, you will realize that all these quarrels and misunderstandings were more childish, and that your long-term relationship would be in better shape if you approach these provocative energies with prudence and peace. This constellation of planets can evoke karma, which is often related to the past life in your relationship. It will remind you how your relationship started and what complications you had to go through in the past. It is these thoughts that cling to the past that will cause your bad dreams and your nervous attitude towards your partner. Mainly those relationships of Virgo whose problems were of sexual origin will be disrupted. However, once you learn to handle the negative vibrations of Pluto, some Virgos will learn this right at the beginning of Pluto's work, but some later in the summer months, you will have room to launch new energy into your life, where you will be able to focus on new goals related to a long-term relationship with your family and with your children. Certain transits will calm the disharmonious energies, and you will be able to focus on different areas of your life that will now require more of your attention. From May 2nd, Venus, preceded by the sign of its exile, joins the more negative energies acting on each Virgo from April 2-9. In relationships, in long-term ones, and in marriage, Virgos emphasize mainly on sexual gratification, but also on a strong emotional bond with a partner. Virgo will suffer from any misunderstanding with partner. Any quarrel can escalate into even greater complications. The difficult period for any Virgo in the area of long-term relationships is therefore the period from April 29th to May 24th. Not only tense Pluto, but also Venus affects you, directing your life mainly to spiritual transformation through sex and physical understanding with your partner. You will be depressed by any unfulfilled desire in this direction, and you will place a very high claim on your partner, which may deter him from spending more of his free time with you. Virgo may feel misunderstood during this period. Your partner will run to work more than ever before. It can neglect your emotions, and you may feel inferior, and you may also feel that your partner does not care about you as much as you would like. Be very careful, especially if the third person is interested in your heart and your body. It is Virgos who are contemplating a love affair that will be very tested during this period. Your own self-esteem and the decline in interpersonal relationships with a partner can throw you into the arms of another person that you think will give you the emotional satisfaction you need. However, the opposite will be true. If you take this step, Virgo Horoscope 2022 predicts that this step will have devastating effects on your long-term relationship and especially on your personal psyche. You can also succumb to relationships that are at first glance focused mainly on the material pleasures that you are now looking in vain for from your partner. These days, Virgo will be tested, not only from a psychological point of view. Your true loyalty and devotion in the relationship will also be tested. To overcome this very tense period of astrological transit, it is essential that you realize the value and importance of your partner in your life, so as not to be lured to the paths of grief, despair, and broken relationships that do not suit your life. Relationships thus initiated in the period from April 29th to May 24th will have no value. For those in relationship, it means only a lot of pain and disappointment. The first opportunity to deal with the tense energies from the planet Pluto and Venus in the sign of exile will give you until May 24th, when the planet Mars moves to the 8th house and is in the sign of its home. Mars harmonizes your own thoughts and energies and helps you make better decisions and move in the right direction. It highlights deep feelings of love and directs your energy to an emotional connection with the person who is now most important to you. It will affect not only long-term relationships, but also friendly, family relationships that need to be reconstructed. On June 21st, the Sun passes through the 11th house, and your energy is focused on the collective and your friends. Love is stable now, and emotional understanding with your partner is high. So you don't have to worry about any surprises or unexpected changes in your long-term relationship. Similar energies are predicted by Virgo Horoscope 2022 in July and August, or in September, when all your attention is directed mainly to friends, family, your career and finances. The very challenging first half of 2022 for each Virgo in terms of long-term relationships will be balanced by the second half of the year, which is harmonious in this respect, and does not bring any extraordinary changes or surprises. From the 29th of October, Mercury in the third house means concentrating your energy on travel and on thoughts that go far. From October 29th, you can play with the idea of a holiday, especially with your partner and your children. It may seem like an unconventional time for a holiday, but many countries offer opportunities to enjoy the beautiful autumn season, underlined by rest, relaxation, and a total mental restart. Virgo Horoscope 2022 also recommends you to choose a holiday associated with wellness, because in the second half of the year you deserve a comprehensive mental and physical relaxation. The next month, which looks at your love and interpersonal relationships in terms of astrological transits, is November 2022, when several astrological transits are concentrated in the fifth house of the Virgo, the house of joy and pleasure and caring for others. Your spouse or partner will value your energy. Astrological positions in November suggest enjoying the joy of being close to each other. Also, the energies are not disturbed during this period. The energies of love are not affected by the retrograde motion of the planets, so you have the opportunity to forget about unnecessary thinking about the past or the future. These astrological transits give you many opportunities to enjoy the beauty of the present moment in the arms of your beloved partner. You will realize that you have overcome difficult moments together, and that is why you are closer to each other. Your attention should also be focused on the health of your loved one, because the month of November will require more preventive examinations and possibly more intervention to strengthen the health of the other. In November, you enjoy organizational activities, your skills, and even homework. You enjoy the attention of your friends and family. The action of Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter, or the positive action of the Sun and lunar transit supports your happiness in love, your reconciliation with past karma, and also success in several life directions. The end of 2022 thus seems to be extremely favorable for every Virgo, not only in terms of love and interpersonal relationships, but also in terms of career and finances. In November, every Virgo has the opportunity to achieve life satisfaction and success. These final transits of 2022 are the last transits focusing energy on a change in your love life, in terms of long-term relationships. Take advantage not only of the beginning of 2022, but also the closing month of November 2022, which offers you the opportunity to use your energy in the right direction. The month of November 2022 gives you the opportunity to enjoy not only intimate joys with your partner. You can also discover and recognize the value of love in your life. The beginning of 2022 is therefore more complicated from the point of view of Virgo's love than the Virgo would like. The year 2022 gives you many opportunities to calm the unbalanced and tense relationships of the past. It gives you the opportunity to get closer to your partner or spouse on an intellectual level through communication and sharing emotions. The year 2022 will test those Virgos who turn their energy away from emotions and focus more on other areas of life, but forget the value of love. Even the Virgo, who is thinking about whether he would not be happier with another partner, will have to choose in 2022 between loyalty, the life built so far, and uncertainty, which will have a great effect on the future of Virgo. The first half of 2022 will be very demanding in love, and Virgo will go through periods of happiness, determination, loyalty, as well as periods of tense and depressed energies. However, the second half of 2022 will bring balance and harmony to the Virgo's long-lasting love, and no Virgo will have to fear unexpected surprises that would affect your stable love life. Love of single Virgo in 2022. What changes in life can single Virgos expect in 2022 from the point of view of love? Will 2022 be a great return to the past, or will Virgo move forward, opening the arms to a new future? Can Virgo expect a fateful encounter in 2022, or the healing of past relationships, or a shift of her attention to other values of life? The fortune teller prepared the horoscope for 2022 also for single Virgos who would like to know their future in love, emotions and overall personal relationships during 2022. The beginning of 2022 prepared several transits influencing the love and emotional stability of single Virgos who are still searching for fateful love. From January 16th, your emotions will be strengthened by the transit of the Sun in conjunction with the planet Pluto. This position of the Sun and the planet Pluto represents a kind of point where light and darkness meet. Overall, this aspect means that every single Virgo has the opportunity to profit from own self and from her strong positive qualities. The Sun, in conjunction with Pluto, acts on the sign of Virgo at a time when the planet Venus is in retrograde motion and the planet Mercury joins it. These positions of powerful planets affecting single Virgos mean the possibility that a truth that you have refused to see in the past will appear before you. Many Virgos who are now single have faced a strong imagination in the past when you idealized another person. These pink glasses will mainly make the transit of the Sun in conjunction with Pluto out of your eyes, so you will have to face the darker side of the personality that you have built on the pedestal so far. However, this is a positive aspect because the hidden truth will be revealed in front of you, and it will allow you to move forward or forget about everything old that affected you. It may happen to some Virgos that this dark side will affect their past emotions, for example towards an ex-partner or an ex-husband. January will hit you hard, especially in terms of feelings, as you will tend to cling to past thoughts and past happiness that you experienced with your former partner. You will forget all evil, and only the positive moments you have experienced in the past will be reflected in your mind. This fact can have a negative impact on your personality, as you will have trouble fully realizing the reasons why your relationship ended, and forget about any harm from your ex-partner. However, the conjunction of the Sun and the planet Pluto, which lasts around January 16th, from the middle of January, can help you refresh your thoughts on the past, to rediscover your lost value in life. You also need to realize that others see you as a more beautiful, attractive, and kind person than you have in your own imagination. That is why the horoscope for 2022 recommends you to build your self-confidence and cultivate your psyche. You also wish the passage of Mars through the 5th house in love from the end of January until March 6th, because the planet Mars is going through a sign of elevation. You can engage in your favorite activities, creativity or art, or physical sports. In these moments, you have an excellent opportunity to meet someone new who may be interesting in your life. But it will not be fateful love. You have to follow all the signs of this person, because right now you have the opportunity to learn that enchantment and physical attraction do not immediately mean the deep love you are looking for in life. The period from January 24th to March 6th offers opportunities to those Virgos who are single, but not looking for a long-term relationship. You have the opportunity to meet someone with whom you will enjoy days full of passion and full of unfettered energy, a person who will show you how to enjoy life in a new way. The months of February and March will be interesting, not only for those Virgos who are looking for a long-term relationship, but also for those who are interested in short-term pleasure. February is positively affected by its transits. From February 18th, these positive energies are also amplified by the entry of the Sun into the 7th house in the sign of Pisces. This position of the Sun seems to be a key position for new beginning relationships that are to be beneficial in the future. It is very likely that in the period from February 18th to the end of March 2022, you will meet a love that will not only take but also give. This love, a new relationship, can be as meaningful as you are very willing to let this person into your heart. Virgo Horoscope 2022 reminds every Virgo that the year 2022 must belong to emotions. It must also belong to breaking down fear and overcoming the limits of the impossible. In this spirit should also be the emotions and relationships of single Virgos, who in 2022 will be given many opportunities to meet a soulmate. From February 18th to the end of March 2022, there are no negative transits that would draw the attention of a violent nature or violent relations. On the other hand, it is an excellently built sun that is not blocked by any negative transit, so you have the opportunity to realize yourself and move forward. Some Virgos will be given the opportunity to refresh the relationship. While the sun is moving through the 7th astrological house, someone from the past may have approached you who has hurt you, but your kind-hearted nature has already been able to forgive this person. If you are a Virgo who asks if in 2022 can heal a relationship with ex-partner or renew such relationships, you will find the answers to your question during the months of February and March. If you resume communication with an old love with which you were not prepared to go on in the past during this period, the months of February and March may open these possibilities for you. But you have to try. The initiative of the Virgo is required if you desire to heal something that seemed to fall apart. Maybe you just needed time and space for both of you to realize that your value in life is irreplaceable. If you are still thinking about the love of the past, do not hesitate to contact this person. Even if it may not result in a fateful love of life, you will definitely get a friend who will be irreplaceable for you. Don't break down bridges, and focus on forgiveness inside, because the people around you are changing, as your attitudes and feelings change every day according to your energy and mood. After all, one can change. Sometimes one does not have to be afraid to give another person a second chance. Everyone makes mistakes in life, and this fact should be remembered by Virgo throughout 2022, if they want to find understanding, forgiveness and true love in their heart. The month of April endows those single Virgos who are single parents and take care of their children. The transits of April 2022 preceding 7th house indicate a happy family, and especially the amount of success of children whose parents were born in the sign of Virgo. Therefore, you have the opportunity to build a healthy self-confidence of your child and give them a large part of your attention during April, because this way you will give the child the necessary closeness that they sometimes lack in life. April is the month when the 7th astrological house of Virgo is sincerely occupied and makes them attractive and charming to other people. Single Virgos have a huge number of opportunities to engage another person, and it's up to you whether you decide to engage someone new or someone you already know. You have the opportunity to prove that this person sees you in a new light, to be able to appreciate all your better aspects of personality. You can make contacts through social events, but also through your friends. Some Virgo friendships can grow into deeper feelings, and Virgos born in August may be pleasantly surprised by a friendship that, with its depth of emotion, grows into a loving or harmonious partnership. In any case, in April, the energies of Virgo's love are balanced and even encouraged in the right direction. However, from April 15th to May 24th, be sure to keep an eye on new contacts. Women can focus their energy on a partner who will bring material, rather than emotional pleasure into your life. You tend to be a little superficial and prioritize your financial happiness over the emotional one. Men born in the sign of Virgo, in turn, tend to engage in relationships where the other partner is the dominant person. You are looking for dominant people with whom you feel safe and relaxed. This action of the planet Mars will therefore affect both men and women born in the sign of Virgo, when you will decide whether a better relationship based on deep emotional understanding is better for you, or if it is better to focus on such bonds that bring you material stability and financial security. You will have the opportunity to decide. Mars also points to the karma associated with your past and your past relationships. Even now, someone from the past can approach you, especially an ex-partner who has mentally or physically abused you in the past. Avoid this contact immediately. Do not answer messages and phone calls, because such a person is again only looking for someone from whom he will exhaust positive energy and will eventually dry you out, as in a previous relationship. So in April, it is better to focus on future relationships and leave the past behind. Any relationship that has to do with your past and was not strengthened at the beginning of 2022 will no longer be relevant in April. Transits affecting your zodiac sign from April to the end of 2022 recommend you to focus on the present moment and your future. From May 24th, you can feel the planet Mars preceding the 8th house, and transit is taking place, which strengthens the acquired relationships within the family and between friends. You will have to decide between something important in your life and choose only one path. However, the Mars built in this way helps you make the right decision, as it gives you the opportunity to use your intuition to make decisions. Your intuition is strong, even though Mars whispers to you to make decisions through your eyes, rather than through your heart. Maybe in the end, such a decision will make sense in your life, because Mars, through its passage through the 8th house, indicates a positive effect on those Virgos who want to achieve harmony in life between emotions and financial security. Virgos who are looking for a partner only for a specific purpose should draw attention. This period is absolutely inappropriate for you to put pressure on other people, whether in the area of finances, children, weddings and the like. You can ruin any relationship that begins now by putting too much pressure on your partner in something they don't want to do. So rely on your intuition and let all things go free. Just such steps are recommended by Horoscope 2022 to all Virgos who are interested in achieving overall emotional stability and not momentary satisfaction. The months of June, July, and August focus the life of single Virgo mainly on friends and family. It is friends and family who will hold you back when you feel exhausted or just looking for friendly words. These months will also be important in terms of your finances and career, so there will not be much time left for Virgos to address their current social status. September again focuses mainly on Virgo's career, but through career success and new work-related news, you will have the opportunity to meet new people. Horoscope 2022 does not say that these people will be part of your love in the future, but they are important for your overall shift in life. Since October 23rd, the planet Venus, a planet of love and emotional energy, has been passing through the sign of its exile. It will bring you a very special, even magnetic radiation of personality. This personality page of yours will attract a whole new type of partner that you have not yet perceived as candidates for your love. You can prefer especially those partners who move in the artistic spheres, or who are much older in age. You may cling too much to your family members, who will literally bother you with your exaggerated care. It is better if in the period from October 23rd to November 16th, you focus mainly on yourself, on your personal development, and on dropping the imaginary boundaries in love. Venus advises you to forget everything you have learned so far, to throw away the barriers, to give room for love to people you have never thought about before. The basis of your success in this direction is mainly communication, but also study. Through learning new things, you gain insight, make new contacts, and make new friends. Your initiative helps you to discover wide possibilities in the world, possibilities of your application, as well as possibilities for love. Virgo Horoscope 2022 for singles Virgos encourages you to sign up for a course at the end of 2022 to gain more than you expect. The whole of October and November means excellently built transits to make communication with other people, study, and overall personal growth at the forefront of your life. Only in this way can you strengthen your own self-confidence and attract the person you desire into life. Someone who will introduce you to all the benefits that you are looking for in the other, in your potential partner. Through communication and through new learned things, you can establish relationships on an intellectual level that will have an emotional basis. The end of 2022 therefore wishes every Virgo who longs for true love based on real emotions and feelings. The whole of October belongs mainly to family relationships, and some family members will require your attention. Focus mainly on family relationships that bring you joy. If you have a large family, organize a party or sitting, and invite your friends there as well. It will be a refreshment of everyday life, and it will also be related to the love of singles, because such rest and release of energy will suit you. At the end of 2022, specifically in December, the Virgo horoscope again reminds you to pay full attention to your children if you are a single parent. Every Virgo knows that her child is now her highest priority. December will bring you incredibly closer to your child, who now needs your full support and understanding. You too will feel that your child understands that he loves and needs you. It is with such positive feelings to end the year 2022, although from the point of view of astrological transits, it is not entirely certain whether to end this year with or without a partner. Anyway, if you try to rebuild the old relationship in early 2022, it is more than certain that your steps will be successful. When looking for a new partner, focus mainly on relationships and areas of life that you have not been interested in before. Expand your area of interest, do not be afraid to take risks, and do not be afraid of changes in life that can only bring you many positive moments in 2022. Even those Virgos who finish 2022 on their own will feel that they have taught them many this year. You will understand which things make great sense in your life and which mistakes you will never repeat. Reconcile with the past and look to the near future thanks to your new energy and self-confidence, which is now very strong. The end of the year 2022 will therefore be very favorable for single Virgos, even though you may not end this year in the arms of fateful love. Dear Leo, if you like the horoscope, please support us and subscribe our channel. For more horoscopes, Leo, visit to links that you can find in the video description. Biggest Horoscope 2022 are prepared by fortune teller and site www.horoscope-divination.com. Wish you all the best in 2022. Family, friendship, marriage, and pregnancy horoscope Virgo. Family life. The beginning of 2022 belongs to the retrograde Venus, which moves with the friendly sign of the zodiac Capricorn from January 1st to the 29th day of this month. The retrograde Venus acts on the 5th astrological house of Virgo, which is the house of joy and pleasure. This house is generally associated with the family, with children and grandparents, but also with the overall romance in the life of Virgo. You have time, not only for recreational and leisure activities, but also for all activities that will bring you closer to your children and bring you closer to your family members. The astrological transit of Venus in the 5th house is also associated with your creativity, which may now be slightly disrupted. You may feel that your mind is not so free, and that some people around us have focused only on themselves. The transit of the retrograde Venus in the 5th house also strengthens your perception of the misfortune in the world around you. The heart of Virgo opens wide, and you can solve any problem in your family. If a child, whether the child of your brother, or your acquaintances or friends, feels sad, misunderstood, or oppressed in life, he or she will find support in you during this period. The whole of January can be specified as a period suitable for great help to others. Virgo is very open towards other people, and your understanding of others is very strong. Although Virgo may feel slightly insecure, because she fails to reconcile her ideas and thoughts with what she has in life, she still works to improve this world, and especially to strengthen relationships between parents and children. The retrograde Venus in the 5th house gives Virgo a huge opportunity to grow personally, and to end any dissatisfaction she feels in relation to others, especially family members. The transit of the retrograde Venus will teach you in January 2022 that you should expect less from life, because then you can enjoy even the smallest little things that life will offer you as a gift. Look for joy where you haven't felt it much before. Be a pillar of every problem in the family. Children in the family will greatly appreciate your attention, so you can achieve the tremendous emotional growth and inner satisfaction that you have been looking for over the years. The month of January 2022 gives you an aspect that teaches you how to work with your loved ones, not only to your own satisfaction, but also to the satisfaction of others. Be a pillar of every problem in the family. Children will appreciate your attention, so you can achieve the tremendous emotional growth and inner satisfaction you have been looking for over the years. The month of January 2022 gives you a transit as a gift, which teaches you how to work with your loved ones, not only to your own satisfaction, but also to the satisfaction of others. In January, the energy of the Sun in conjunction with Pluto also focuses on your connection with grandparents. Either the strength and energy you inherited from your grandparents comes to the fore, or on the other hand, mid-January warns you to pay attention to your grandparents as well. January reminds you of the great instability of life, because happy and successful days can immediately disrupt the days of sorrow, disease and disharmony. The month of January will be like a swing for some Virgos, so the horoscope recommends you to pay attention to grandparents in the middle of this month, especially if they suffer from heart problems or high blood pressure. Now your attention needs to be focused on your overall family, which supports the need for strong support from you. February transits are very beneficial in terms of family relationships. They are beneficial in terms of the overall emotions of the Virgin, the overall love, and even wish to unmarried virgins. In terms of family relationships, Mercury in the 5th house and the Sun passing through the 7th house gives you deep curiosity and a very strong intellect, and also affects your style of communication. You have the opportunity to convince all the people around you that the truth in life is very important. You hate lying, and during this time you try to avoid it with full force. You also teach your children and all members of your family to do this style. The position of the Sun with its entry into the 7th astrological house from February 18 is crucial for all relationships, both partner and family. The Sun passing through the 7 houses focuses your attention mainly on your parents and siblings. Some of them can even help you with starting projects, or with complicated tasks at work. Your family will not only be your psychological support, but can also offer you other qualities that are related to your finances and your work. February is also an excellent month for relaxation and recreation. If you combine your rest with your closest family members, you can get new original ideas, and your closeness to your family will be a great motivator for others to make them better in life. February also indicates certain social events that will be related to your family members. So don't forget about any holidays that your loved ones celebrate, or you can organize a celebration that will make them very happy. The influence of the Sun in the 7th house is very strong, and it connects your hard work, entrepreneurship and finances, especially with your family members and your partner. In the month of March, you will long for a mental connection with your loved ones. Your hobbies and interests will be shared with family members, who will be very happy that you are devoting your free time to them. However, the need to communicate with other people can be exaggerated. You will constantly explain your attitudes to others, and this need to often reassure others of your truth can be exhausting for others. Therefore, pay attention to the negative impact of the month of March, and especially at its end, when your exaggerated communication can turn you into moments of well-being spent again with your family. The period of the retrograde movement of the planet Pluto from April 29 to October 8 means instructing mainly your parents that you are right in life, and that they should not advise you on things in your life. However, be aware that it is your parents who can give you a new perspective on the things you are dealing with many times over, and they can also provide you with solutions that would not occur to you. The retrograde movement of the planet Pluto during this period makes you a more nervous person who values his own individuality and forgets to help others. In general, Virgo does not like to ask for the help of others, and this aspect of Virgo's personality manifests itself mainly during the passage of the planet through the 5th house. Subsequent transits of 2022 will only strengthen Virgo's devotion to family members, to old and sick people in the family. The natural feature of the sign of Virgo is constant sacrifice and a willingness to help. It will not be the same in 2022, when you will fully understand the tradition and importance of responsibility towards any member of your family. Everything related to the upbringing of your children and to your parents will be very important for Virgos in the later months of 2022. From September 5th, the planet Venus passes into the first astrological house, passes through the sign of the fall, and strikes mainly those Virgos who are born in the month of September. September Virgos will have a huge need to be loved. Venus improves your overall position in the family. From September 5th to September 29th, Virgos have a great opportunity to heal family relationships that have been disrupted so far. You can listen to the problems of others, and your expressive abilities are so strong that others listen to you. You express yourself, not only through yourself, but also through other family members who would like to calm down broken family relationships. From September 5th to 29th, you are therefore a pillar of support for the family. You are a person who brings a considerable amount of positive energy and harmony to all family relationships that require your attention. You give friends and family great enormous emotional satisfaction, and you feel like an important part of others' lives. The strongest occupied fourth astrological house, which is the home of the family and home, is in November 2022. Not only Venus, but also Mercury passes through the fourth astrological house, and from 22nd November the Sun will be added to these transits. These positive transits through the fourth house harmonize family relationships, although your excessive efforts to reconcile some family members will not be heard. Family moments can be more problematic, especially in the period from 17th to 22nd November. Aspects reveal relationships that have been disrupted. From November 22nd, however, the Sun eliminates everything negatively. It operates in the fourth astrological house until the end of 2022. It evokes the need for safety and security in Virgo. These desires to calm your energies come, especially when you are surrounded by the people you care about the most. You may encounter some problems, especially in relation to the upbringing of your children, but other family members are here to help you in this regard. You will tend to surround yourself with a large number of your family members, and you should be especially careful about your health, as the period from November 22nd to December 21st can reveal some inherited diseases inherited from your grandparents. The year 2022 is thus ended by the strong energetic influence of astrological transits, mainly on the family's home, and on the fifth house of joy and pleasure, which is associated with the family, children and grandparents. December gives you the opportunity to enjoy moments of happiness according to your ideas, close to your family, that will not be disturbed by anything. Jupiter passing through the 8th house is a planet that deals with termination, death, happiness and the possibilities of rebirth. In this way, you too can end December 2022 with death to end past disputes and past negative energies, and rebirth will mean a desire to move forward faster in your life, with a clear slate and pure energies that are not affected by any disputes or strained relationships. Non-harmonic aspects do not affect any Virgo from the point of view of family relations until 2023. You can enjoy the year 2022 close to your family and support the creative activities of your children. Children in the family will surround your life throughout December, and you will enjoy the joy and happiness you bring into your life through children's laughter and love. Use your energy in the right direction and focus mainly on the joys of everyday days, for which you do not sometimes have a lot of time and energy. The final days of December 2022 endowed you with moments that will pull you out of negative thoughts and transform your energy into something creative. Virgo friendship in 2022. What friendships can you expect from 2022? Will friendships be harmonious, or will you struggle with intrigue, slander, and the meanness of one of your close friends? The year 2022 also brings a prediction in the field of friendship, and the soothsayer specifies transits that are positive for your friendships, and when, on the contrary, you need to be more careful in sharing your secrets and emotions with certain friends. The soothsayer also prepared Horoscope 2022 in the prediction of the friendly relations of Virgo, so you can find out whether your relations will flourish during the year. January, the first month of 2022, focuses its energies on the interpersonal relations of Virgo, but also on work and finance. The first expectation of 2022 is the fact that Virgo will have a deep sense of helping others. That's why your friendships, and especially your relationships with friends who have children, can thrive. You will tend to cling to the upbringing of these children, and you will want to be a part of the life of your friends' children. It can mean enormous help for your friends, who can relax through your childcare and gain new strength, which they will later redirect to you. In January 2022, you can focus on helping those friends who appreciate your help. The month of February is very positive in terms of the emotions of Virgo. Your friends will be looking for support in you, especially after the period of the Sun's entry into the 7th house from 18th February. It is very important that you assess your true friendships during this period. You may have difficulty finding your spiritual identity, so it is not appropriate to talk about your religion or politics with your close friends. Leave more controversial topics that may result in quarrels or misunderstandings in February, and focus on harmonious relations with the immediate surroundings. February also wishes for a relationship in the collective at work, and for several Virgos, this aspect means strengthening interpersonal relationships also at work. The Sun in the 7th house means a show of great power, but also of understanding. Therefore, you are a good advisor, you are an excellent friend, and you can support others in difficult times. Virgo Horoscope 2022 in friendly relations only warns you not to pass on the whole psychological burden of another person only to you. Don't worry more than you can handle, because this way the month of February could exhaust you. This warning is especially valid at the end of February, from February 25th to the beginning of March, when you are so kind as to do anything for your friends, but your exaggerated initiative may ultimately exhaust you. Another transit affecting interpersonal relationships with your friends will be the April transit of the Sun passing through the 9th astrological house in a neutral position. This position of the Sun brings many interesting predispositions to your life. It is quite possible that you will decide to travel abroad with your closest friend, a friend with whom you have long planned to escape from reality, and refresh your mutual bond. This transit mainly concerns women who are born in the sign of Virgo, to whom the horoscope predicts very happy moments in the company of best friend or boyfriend. The Sun in this astrological house also supports the publishing and journalistic activities of each Virgo, so you and your closest friend can come up with a way to realize your dream, which is mainly related to literature, journalism, writing, or other creative activities. The harmonious Sun anchors all relationships, and causes only those relationships in which there are too many illusions and violent tendencies to disintegrate. However, if you are surrounded by a large number of friends, and you feel that certain friends are penetrating your personal life too much, it is time to end such friendships. None of you will be cut or impoverished by anything important in life, so you can move on with a clear conscience. From May 2nd to May 28th, pay attention to the relationships that surround you. It may happen that some people around you will succumb to provocative discussions about your person, and be seduced by intrigue and slander that will affect you as well. Therefore, throughout the year 2022, pay attention to who you trust with your deepest emotions, with your fears, but also with your motives in 2022, but also from previous years. Due to a certain person, it could happen that your reputation will be damaged during May. This transit draws attention mainly to the reputation associated with your job and your past relationships. Even new friendships gained during this period will not be prosperous for your life. While Venus travels in the sign of her exile, she is not well placed to make new friendships meaningful and valuable for the future of Virgo. The Sun entering the sign of Cancer in the 11th house from June 21st to July 22nd directs its energy to the friendly relations of Virgo. This position of the Sun gives you a sense of team, and you can realize it through friends or through your co-workers. Friends give you good ideas, healthy confidence, and energy to move you forward. During this period, each Virgo will avoid making relationships too analytical, focusing more on the emotional value of your friendships and social relationships. The horoscope also suggests that Virgo may tend to join various societies or move in a community that gives you a sense of the value and need of your own personality. Remember that you should be surrounded mainly by people who bring you joy and pleasant feelings. However, on July 5th, your ruling planet Mercury joins the transit of the Sun in the 11th house, which, with its rapid transition, can cause disaster in certain friendly relations. Mercury built in this way provides you with a number of mental impulses and possibilities in the field of communication. You can perceive and analyze real relationships and accept only those thoughts that are meaningful to you. You can sometimes overreact, and this can cause certain rifts in the team that deprive you of some friends. It all depends on how well you can control your emotions and your explosive side of your personality. However, communication skills are at the forefront of your life, and right now you have the opportunity to develop in this way. You will be popular in the team, even though you will present your one-way and unambiguous ideas and attitudes, which may not be at will. From July 18th, the two transits of the Sun and Mercury are also joined by the planet Venus passing through the house of blessing and friendship. It brings into your life people who are just as minded and who have the same attitudes as you. You feel good, especially in groups of people, in a community of people who share the same views, and in associations that focus on charity or helping others. You find satisfaction mainly in the activity that is related to the company. So the whole of July is strongly focused on your friendships, which can now flourish. From August 11th to September 5th, you can even get along with more people in the field of religion, politics, and topics that have been taboo for you so far. The transit of Venus through the 12th house can also mean shyness and closedness, but on the other hand, it is a very strong transit to strengthen the closest relationships, to strengthen such friendships that have a deep communication base and in which you feel good about. Virgo Horoscope 2022 again reminds you not to expect heroic performances from your friends. If you need help at work or in your duties, you have to rely on yourself. These excessive expectations of others can pull you away from real-life values. During the month of October 2022, the third occupied house of the Virgo is strongly occupied, which is the house of communication and sharing. It connects not only with your family, the household, but also with your closest friends, whom you can now connect with your family. You can have a party to invite family and friends, because you know they will understand and have something to say. If you are forced to go abroad during this period for a business trip, it is very convenient to combine pleasant with useful, and take with you a close friend who can make your trip more pleasant. November means a month when you are mainly focused on your family, and December 2022 once again highlights the need to maintain the closest friendships and the joy of children and love. You can enjoy great happiness and joy through the children in the family, and also through the children raised by your friends. It is these children who will bring a lot of joy into your life. If you combine such enjoyment of December days with a small celebration, you can enjoy a truly beautiful and prosperous December in terms of your emotions and relationships. Marriage Horoscope Virgo. Are you a Virgo who is planning a wedding in 2022? Wondering which days or months of 2022 are the best for marriage, and which days are unsuitable for this great step in life? The fortune teller prepared Horoscope 2022 also for those Virgos who are about to enter into a marriage in 2022, and would like to know suitable and unsuitable dates for a wedding in terms of astrological transits, energies, and in terms of karmic radiation. The astrological prediction focuses not only on the transits of the ruling planet of Virgo, the planet Mercury, but also on the harmonic and disharmonic aspects of the planet Venus, Jupiter, the Sun, or lunar transits, or the planet Mars. A very interesting year of 2022 awaits the sign of Virgo from an emotional point of view. Several interesting transits of the planet Mercury bring many times for Virgo, who wishes to have a wedding like a fairy tale. At the beginning of the horoscope, it is necessary to remind that the periods when the ruling planet of Virgo, the planet Mercury, is in retrograde motion are not suitable for the conclusion of a marriage. So in 2022 we will list 4 dates that you should delete from your calendar if you are going to have a wedding with your loved one in 2022. Horoscope 2022 definitely advises you to skip the whole month of January, when the planet Mercury and the planet Venus are in a retrograde motion. In the article on regressive motions of 2022, you will also learn what to avoid if the planets are retrograde. Retrograde Mercury operates for every Virgo from January 14th to February 4th, and these dates are therefore absolutely inappropriate for the conclusion of a marriage. The horoscope further reminds Virgo to avoid marriage between May 10th and June 3rd. Here again, the energies of the retrograde Mercury are disrupted, and the wedding may therefore face a number of problems, and also a closed bond during this period may be unfortunate in the future. The retrograde energies of Mercury are again operating in the period from September 10th to October 2nd, and therefore this term should be deleted from her list of potential dates for the wedding in 2022. If you want the wedding according to your dreams, without complications, and without unexpected surprise, be sure to omit the last 3 days of 2022, a specific period from December 29th to January 1st, 2023. Over a period of 3 days, retrograde Mercury acts on every Virgo, evoking feelings of tension, insomnia, stress, and can have a negative effect on all marriages during this period. In short, the terms mentioned are therefore the most suitable for concluding a marriage. However, let's see which dates are suitable for you to have the perfect wedding according to your ideas, and during which dates you can plan a wedding during which nothing will surprise you. The first suitable period for concluding a marriage is the period from 14th February to 25th February. These days are very auspicious from the point of view of emotions, happiness, and from the point of view of the prosperity of Virgo. Mercury is located in the conjunction of Pluto, and the Sun passes through the 7th house. This position is extremely favorable for self-realization, and means not only a happy marriage in the future, but also a wedding without any problems, because the transit is not blocked by any disruptive elements. The days from 5th April to the beginning of the second retrograde movement of Mercury, until 10th May, is also an excellent period. For almost the whole of April, it offers you the opportunity to capture the chance for a perfect wedding day, because your ruling planet passes through the 6th house, and with this interesting location, signals a number of positive changes in your life. It means not only successful social events, but also a personality that is associated with a happy marriage. Social events will be successful, beautiful, and dream. A marriage between April 5th and May 10th will be happy, long-lasting, and the marriage will be harmonious. You will feel that your husband or wife is also your friend. Marriage plays a very important role in this period, and therefore the period from April 5th to May 10th is considered the most appropriate time to close the wedding for each Virgo. The movement of the planet of love, the planet Venus, through the 7th house is favorable, not only for your future, but also for a wedding without any complications. So if you are asking which date is the most suitable for the Virgo's wedding in 2022, be sure to write down the date between April 5th and May 10th in your calendar. Your astrological horoscope advises for 2022. Not only will you draw many positive benefits from transit charm and popularity, but all your plans and projects will go according to your ideas. With ease, all your decisions will be stable. Many couples are planning a wedding mainly during the summer months. With regard to transits affecting the sign of Virgo, it is necessary to mention that Virgo avoids the period from 10th May to 3rd June, which is the period of operation of the retrograde home planet. On the other hand, in July, transits are neutral, so they do not indicate any complications associated with social events, signing contracts, or important life decisions. So if you want to get married during the summer months, do so from July 5th to August 11th, when all the positive astrological transits wish you successful social events, and especially the connection with your friends, who will be a great support to you during this period. Another excellent period is the month of October 2022, a specific period after the end of retrograde Mercury from October 2nd. In October, your energy, and the energy of astrological transits, is focused on the fifth home of joy and pleasure, where not only love, harmonious family and friendly relationships, but also your great creativity are at the forefront. Fifth house encourages self-expression and a period that is great for fun. If you choose October faux wedding in 2022, Virgo will enjoy a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, pleasure and joy from not only her future husband, but also her family and friends. Everything will go according to your ideas, because the planet Mercury, the planet Venus, Jupiter and the Sun at the end of 2022 have a very positive effect on your fifth astrological house of joy and happiness. From November until the end of 2023, you have plenty of days to fulfill your dream, which is a perfect wedding without complications. Horoscope 2022 Virgo also reminds you that at the end of 2022, you should avoid the day from December 29th to January 1st, when your ruling planet is retrograde again, thus blocking the smooth course of your decisions. Virgo Horoscope 2022, prepared by a soothsayer and astrologer, has certainly answered an important question in life, and therefore, which dates of the year are suitable for concluding a marriage for a happy and satisfied future marriage. We believe that when planning your wedding, take into account even the most harmonious periods of 2022 from the point of view of astrological transits, and that your wedding will succeed according to your ideas. If you are planning a wedding in 2022, dear Virgo, I wish you much love and success for your new life, a lot full of love, harmony, and a lot of understanding. Pregnancy Horoscope Virgo for 2022. Do you want to expand your family in 2022, and are you interested in which terms are suitable for pregnancy, and which encourage the fertility of the sign of Virgo? These questions will also be answered in the horoscope for the year 2022 for the sign of Virgo, which deals with the most suitable periods for Virgo's pregnancy, when the energies are not blocked by any negative or disturbing transits. In the following lines, we will discuss the facts and information about the terms that seem to be the most important terms from an astrological point of view for any Virgo who seeks the first or next addition to the family. If you are planning to expand your family, you are planning to give birth to a baby whose parent is the sign of Virgo, be sure to skip the month of January, when positive astrological transits are blocked by the retrograde planets Mercury and Venus. The whole of January is thus very unsuitable for important life steps and decisions, and this is also related to decisions about your future, about pregnancy, and about the subsequent care of your child. The ideal dates for these important steps in life are from March 3rd to 18th, and these days are the first good opportunity to conceive. Not only do they wish you immense happiness in terms of pregnancy, but also for men born in the sign of Virgo, transits are laid out to support the validity of the man. The Virgo's pregnancy, which begins at this time, will be unproblematic, and the horoscope does not anticipate any complications that could play with your emotional stability or your baby's health. From an astrological point of view, it is clear that every Virgo should observe the periods of fertile and infertile days during 2022, in order to best capture the dates around the recommended transits. Overall, however, Virgo Horoscope 2020 recommends Virgo to perceive the period of retrograde Mercury as an unsuitable day to conceive. Thanks to retrograde Mercury, the energies of pregnancy are also blocked, so pregnancy that begins during the retrograde period of Mercury can be more complicated and can bring you more stress than pleasure. Therefore, try to include mainly positive dates in your planning that are related to the child, and remove the date of the retrograde planets Venus and the planet Mercury from the calendar. The second suitable date for conceiving your coveted baby is the days from April 1st to 16th, and during April, the appropriate period is then April 30th to May 10th. Since May 10th, your ruling planet has been moving in retrograde, and therefore, as we have already mentioned, there are no suitable opportunities to conceive a coveted baby. From the 1st to the 16th of April, however, the energies are very pleasant, so they will give you a lot of luck if you decide to take this big step in life. The next date is therefore April 30th to May 10th, which is considered the most appropriate period for 2022 to father your child. Therefore, watch your fertile and infertile days of this period very closely, but focus more on April, because after the period of May 10th, the dates are already blocked by the retrograde Mercury. The sign of Virgo, compared to other signs of the zodiac, offers many opportunities for this great step in life, and therefore it would be a great pity not to use them. Other options for getting pregnant for the sign of Virgo are from 5th to 13th June, from 3rd to 8th July, and from 30th July to 8th August. At the same time, these dates close the pregnancy forecasts for 2022, because in the second half of the year, astrological transits do not indicate any days suitable for this great step in life. If you follow the deadlines given in this horoscope, it is very likely that your pregnancy will take place without any complications, and even that your dream of your child's coveted gender will come true. It all depends on how close you can get to these important astrological terms, which are related to a problem-free, happy and risk-free pregnancy. The horoscope again reminds you to avoid the retrograde Mercury, which during 2022 will hit the energy of Virgo for up to 4 periods. So if you want to bring a lot of joy into your household in the form of a child, do not hesitate, and use the deadlines, especially in the first half of 2022 until August 8th. August 8th closes the days suitable for the conception of a descendant for each Virgo. The second half of 2022 will direct your attention in a completely different direction, and you will be dealing with joys and responsibilities in other realms, and you will not have a part left in this area of your life. However, pregnancy in the second half of the year will take place without any complications, and you do not have to worry about any negative aspects affecting the health of pregnant women born in the sign of Virgo. The horoscope of pregnancy for the year 2022 is therefore very desirable for every Virgo who in 2022 longs to become a parent, a mother or even a father. If you decide to take this important step in your life, we wish you much success and good luck in your next life journey. Dear Leo, if you like the horoscope, please support us and subscribe our channel. For more horoscopes, Leo, visit to links that you can find in the video description. Biggest Horoscope 2022 are prepared by fortune teller and site www.horoscope-divination.com. Wish you all the best in 2022. Career and Financial Horoscope Virgo 2022. Career Horoscope 2022. From the point of view of the astrological chart, it is clear that the year 2022 will be very interesting for Virgo, also in terms of job responsibilities, opportunities, and even in terms of new beginnings. The work and career status of Virgo in 2022 will affect not only the finances of Virgo, but also the overall mental and physical well-being of this zodiac sign. The astrological aspects therefore affect every Virgo, whether male or female, born in this sign. It will affect entrepreneurs, employees, and those whose job is to take care of the household. But what do specific astrological transits suggest? When can the Virgo look forward to rest, and when do they have to work harder? Which transits are good for Virgo's career, and which will cause you a lot of problems? The month of January begins with the passage of the planet Mercury, your home planet, through the 6th astrological house, where it remains until 16th January. Since January 14th, Mercury has also become retrograde, which is why the month of January is very interesting, especially in terms of the career stability of Virgo. Your home planet signals that you will need to fully engage your intelligence, analytical thinking, and your mind at work. Until January 14th, this position is very favorable for each of you who works in a job that requires the care of others, for those Virgo who work with people, but for artists, teachers, scientists or psychologists, it will prosper every Virgo whose central interest in the work is devoted to trifles. Those Virgo who are able to concentrate at work can expect a great forward movement right at the beginning of 2022. Mercury's transit in January will affect employees and entrepreneurs who need good mental health for their work. In general, it must be remembered that the sign of Virgo is a very practical sign of the zodiac, which is extremely industrious. Of the signs of the zodiac, perhaps I have the best analytical skills, and their diligence is unmatched. They will be used in several professions, but they will find success mainly in those that require good organization and fast, effective problem solving. Every work that requires attention to detail is made for the Virgo. Even the retrograde Mars passing through the 6th house will underline the positive qualities of every hard-working Virgo. The only thing you should watch out for in January is a negative attitude towards the work of others. Any criticism on your part, even if justified, should not come from your mouth. Don't worry, your management notices your different work commitment compared to your colleagues. It is not necessary to accentuate and point out the shortcomings of others. You can go at your own pace and not look at the diligence of others. The Virgo's career is influenced by several transits in January, and Mercury is joined by the Sun passing through the 6th house, which remains in this house until 18th February. However, Virgo, known for her hard work, does not have to worry. You will motivate others, and your work commitment will be a role model for everyone in your area who desires career growth. If you want to relax, you can realize yourself by taking care of others. This is the best way to relax during January 2020. Astrological transits are also wished by those who take care of pets, because your pet will bring you a lot of joy in your life. Right at the beginning of 2022, several Virgos decide to get a pet, thanks to which your rest will be even more fun. The workload during the month of January 2022 will indirectly affect the health of Virgo, but we will discuss this effect of work on your life later in the health horoscope for 2022. From February 14th, the planet Mercury joins the positive effects of the Sun in 6th house. This position of Mercury, as at the beginning of January 2022, gives you a great deal of ability. It enhances your every positive trait you show at work and encourages all your work to be completed to your satisfaction. When it comes to housework, it can happen that all the things you want to change or buy will be analyzed so much in depth that there will be unnecessary delays in your decisions. Mercury preceding the 6th house deprives you of impulsivity until March 10th, and you tend to rethink and analyze everything. Therefore, this month is not suitable for starting a new business or for new plans that would be related to the future and career. Analytical thinking is not just important to make important decisions. Your impulsiveness and logical thinking must also be in balance. Impulsivity in the world of Virgo is not dangerous, because it gives you the opportunity to get rid of fear and move forward faster. During March 2022, you must prepare for the strong impact of astrological transits on the 6th house of health, which is often associated with your job and service to others. This astrological house is mostly manifested by its strength and vitality. Throughout March, Venus and Mars affect this house, and from March 20th, the Sun passing through the 8th house of transformation is added to these transits. March thus creates harmonious working conditions and a harmonious environment, where you have excellent relationships, not only with your superiors, but also with co-workers. This period is also particularly suitable for unemployed Virgos, who can look for the coveted job during March, and apply in any area. Venus's excellent position favors the unemployed Virgos, who are looking for employment mainly in the field of art, real estate, or financial consulting. The sixth astrological house also wishes administrative staff and people working in the office. Both Venus and Mars have been in the sixth house for almost the same period, and thanks to Mars' militancy, every Virgo will try to be better at work than the competition. It is this approach to work that can be enchanting for some employers, so if you belong to the unemployed Virgo, there is no better opportunity in 2022 than in March, which offers you a huge opportunity to capture your chances firmly in your hands. As we have already mentioned, from March 20th, the Sun passing through the House of Transformation will be added to these positive transits, which will please you with a positive effect on your financial happiness. Mercury then moves to the 9th house during April, and good luck to every student. Students can now develop their knowledge, and older people born in the sign of Virgo are now given space to learn, especially in areas related to your job. Educate yourself in every direction that interests you, because it is good, not only for your brain, but also for your future in any direction. Thanks to Mercury, Virgo acquire a great ability to understand what they hear, see, or read. It is this relationship of the planet Mercury to your zodiac sign that you must now use, because from April 11th to 29th, you have the opportunity to understand things that you did not understand before. Your constant analytical thinking can cause you mental exhaustion, so be prepared not only to work, study but also to relax during April. In April, you need to find a balance between your responsibilities and your rest, so that your excessive passion for work does not disrupt your good health. From April 20th to May 21st, the Sun works in the 9th house, and gives all unemployed Virgo an interesting opportunity to travel abroad and seize their chance at life at work. Ideally, you decide to take these steps by May 10th, when your ruling planet becomes retrograde, because then your decisions can be complicated by the negative effects of Mercury. From April 20th to May 10th, don't miss any opportunity to fight for your dream job. You don't have to worry about having to travel abroad. On the contrary, the position of the planets in 2022 encourages you to be bold and proactive. However, choose only a profession that has a real basis in your abilities. May 2022 will be much more complicated in terms of the working life of Virgo than in previous months. In May, you are affected not only by the retrograde Mercury, but also by Venus passing through the sign of its exile, and the Sun concentrating its full energy on your promotion of your own personality and your self-expression. Until May 21st, you are affected by Venus going through a sign of exile, so you must be careful in communicating with your superiors and your colleagues. Also, don't bother to come up with fancy reasons why you haven't submitted projects and completed assignments, but rather bet on sincerity. Avoid breaking work discipline by reckless conduct, as the period up to May 21st can unexpectedly deprive you of a thriving job. This applies to both women and men born in the sign of Virgo. From May 21st, the transit of the Sun will not directly affect your work, but rather your own self-development. Learn how to make the best use of your knowledge to grow your career, to capture important opportunities in life. Astrological transits then focus on you doing more than you ever thought possible. Every Virgo has the opportunity to build not only her career in a classic job, but you can also be interested in starting a trade or business. You are an expert in a certain way, and so far you have not allowed yourself the possibility of success this way. However, if you don't start, you'll never know if you've been successful in that regard. If you have a big dream related to your work, the months of May, June, and July give you many opportunities to take advantage of the positive effects of astrological transits and capture an important life chance related to work and career. The number of months of 2022 revolves mainly around finances and around the duties of Virgo. The month of June will once again bring a lot of happiness to every unmarried Virgo, who will be happy not only to work in such a work direction that interests you, but also with a good financial reward. In June, There may also be Virgos who are interested in working in journalism, or who are toying with the idea of starting to write and publish. Mercury passing through the 10th house from June 13th means very strong communication skills that you can use in a practical way. So don't worry. Stop dreaming, and finally start acting. All astrological transits are in favor of you, and they wish you a lot of success in your working life. The first half of 2022 is thus extremely favorable for every Virgo. From July 5th to August 20th, every Virgo will feel the planet Mars preceding the exile in the 9th astrological house. The 9th house of philosophy can disrupt and worsen your personal karma at work. You should prefer getting to know your surroundings, getting to know your co-workers, your priorities and abilities. Virgos, who have hitherto had a slower pace of work at work and less productivity, will feel remorse and inferiority during this period. Transit of Mars as a sign of its exile also does not recommend you to travel, and therefore it would not be reasonable in terms of astrological transits to wish to work abroad, especially in the period from July 5th to August 20th. This transit also warns you to think carefully about all the pros and cons associated with this big step of yours before starting a business or any project. Look for the golden mean, and don't be tempted by extremely tempting offers from someone around you who don't even understand your job. Be a professional and think for yourself. Someone in your area tends to entice you to do a job that would be your will, and that could turn you not only into more money, but also from your own integrity. If you are choosing a job or want to change your current profession, be sure not to do so from July 5th to August 20th, when the planet Mars is in an unflattering position as a sign of its exile. You may feel that you are missing your practical side of personality in July, which also causes the passage of Mars, but to some extent it is offset by the Sun passing through your home from July 22nd. However, until August 20th, Virgo Horoscope 2022 does not recommend that you take big steps towards your career, so you should take a job and focus more on your own self-development. You may be even more interested in your co-workers, but your ambition should now be in the background. This location of Mars warns you that this is not the right time to apply for a salary raise or career advancement. On the other hand, for those Virgos whose work is home care, a quite harmonious period is coming, because Virgos can reevaluate their lives so far and improve it in many ways. Ideas will flock to you. It will be up to you how you use these ideas for the benefit of you, your household and your family. From the point of view of the transit of the planet Mars, on August 20th, the planet gets into the neutral position of the 10th astrological house, which can increase your ambition and try to take the lead among others. You will again feel a strong work pace and a great commitment to work, and the competition does not cause you any problems. Horoscope 2022, however, alerts you to this powerful transit of Mars because you can neglect other areas of your life. Family and friends get the word out at the end of 2022, and you forget about the exaggerated pace of work, which can paradoxically slow you down in life. If you get too exhausted, you can cause complicated health problems. It is stress and excessive work tension that will be the main problem of mild health complications in 2022, but we will talk about that later. From August to September, your ruling planet, Mercury, is going through the second astrological house of your finances, and it means financial happiness that will be related to your career. The month of September largely focuses on the house of communication and the house of sharing, because it is a strongly occupied third astrological house related to the sign of Gemini. These transits mean a great talent for communication in your life, as well as for the family. From October 23rd to November 16th, every Virgo should be wary of the transit of the planet Venus with a sign of her exile, which will hit mainly the unemployed Virgos. Any effort you make during this period will not be heard, and you will fall into depressed thoughts and sad moods, feelings of inferiority. From October 23rd to November 16th, you will try in vain to find the desired job, because Venus, the sign of its exile, damages the positive effects of astrological transits, and prevents you from achieving excellent results and a good first impression. On the other hand, you can take advantage of the positive side of this transit, where you can combine your work and career plans with your family members and friends who will motivate you and can advise you on how to find the desired job as effectively as possible, or vice versa. Do not make changes in life. In November, no transits indicate an impact on your career or your position in employment, business, or home. There will be no exceptional transits that would negatively or positively affect your zodiac sign in terms of work and career advancement. Throughout November, the 5th house of Virgo is heavily occupied and will give you a lot of joy in life when you do not have to worry about any bad news about your job. The Virgo can thus breathe during November. You can relax and share these positive energies with those you love. Just the month of November in 2022 means opportunities for a huge rest and for the overall relaxation of every Virgo. You can restart your mind and gain new strength during November for a better work and personal future. The days from December 20 bring you an extraordinary chance for success and even for career growth and for a huge progress in life. Planet Jupiter passes through 8 houses of transformation. This house leads you to a change in your life and especially to the spiritual development of yourself. It means rebirth in your overall life, and therefore there are opportunities for great happiness that you can attract to your life in terms of career. By the end of 2022, you no longer have to expect any disharmonic transits, and Jupiter's influence on the 8th astrological house means regeneration and transformation in your career as well. You can therefore decide to change, you can decide to do business, you can even decide to travel abroad. It is up to you how much you will use this positive transit of Jupiter, which predicts great happiness at the end of 2022. The year 2022 is very balanced from a career point of view. Virgo is given many opportunities to succeed and many opportunities to move forward in life. Huge career growth is predicted by Horoscope 2022 Virgo at the beginning and end of 2022. You must look for opportunities and seize the opportunities that fate will bring to life. However, in 2022, especially in the summer months, every virgin must be on the lookout for family members or friends who will talk to you about an excellent or even seemingly perfect job position. However, do not be tempted to any pyramid schemes or bold projects in which you have to put all your energy and all your finances, and success is debatable. It is very likely that such a decision of yours in 2022 will rob you of money, as well as of your motivation to look for something more in life, something that will move you career and financially forward. So don't be demotivated by other people, and follow your own decisions and your own mind, which will move you in the right direction in 2022. So Virgo's career will be very balanced, and your decisions will be right in 2022. Avoid only transits that warn you to be more careful at work, and make full use of the month of November 2022 for your comprehensive mental and physical relaxation. Financial Horoscope 2022. Financial Horoscope 2022 of Virgo specifies Virgo's finances in terms of income and expenses during 2022. Do you want to know your financial future? Wondering if your finances will improve in 2022, if you will achieve career success associated with financial improvement, or if you can expect an extraordinary win? The horoscope for 2022 was prepared by the soothsayer Sybil, who has been practicing astrology for many years. You have the opportunity to know the forecast in the finance of Virgo throughout the year, because this extensive horoscope will guide you through your financial affairs from January to December 2022. The first influence on the finances of Virgo will be the movement of retrograde Mercury from January 14 to February 1 through the 6th house of Virgo. Later, from January 26, Mercury moves to the 5th house. But what does this transit mean for Virgo's finances? Virgo becomes a better organizer of his duties and activities, and thus he is able to perfectly reconcile the time spent with himself, with his family, and with his work. Virgo should not shirk responsibility during this period, and at this time the karma associated with your past finances comes to the fore. If you have saved money, January 2022 will reassure you that you do not have to worry about any financial shocks. On the other hand, if you have spent headless for the past few years, and your financial reserve is at most a credit card, there is a time when you will need to be more responsible and careful with your money. You only have to use the money for the things you really need throughout January. In any case, Virgo should avoid headless and careless purchases that could significantly affect your family budget. Your situation in January 2022 seems to be financially unstable, so you need to be more careful about your purchases and about the big decisions you make about your finances. Keep an eye on the stopwatch in January, because someone around you will be more interested in your money than before. Someone may come up with an unexpected, too tempting, or too advantageous offer that will be suspicious to you right from the start. Your intuition will not be wrong, and you should avoid business or projects that already require a large financial subsidy on your part upon entry. However, realize that these people actually think that their work is important and that they are doing good for others. You don't have to be angry at people who offer you suspicious work, because they themselves may not even realize what carousel they are in. However, during January, only take care of yourself, your own finances, and the finances of your family. Don't focus on finances and people you don't even know well, or on the finances of friends who have to bear the financial burden themselves. In January, you can help others, but in a different direction than with loans. Make sure you don't need a loan during 2022, because there will be no one in your area to lend you at friendly interest. January is generally ideal for you to focus on your inner self, meditation, and spiritual practice. Related to this is your awareness of the need for the things you buy with the money saved. Any of your great deeds, great expense, or great financial loss will have consequences for you in the future, warns Virgo Horoscope 2022. The beginning of the year may therefore scare you a little. You will also have more on your shoulders in terms of job responsibilities than would be appropriate. From February 25th, your finances come into play again, when your ruling planet enters the square with Uranus in the 6th and 9th astrological houses. Mercury moving in 6th house square Uranus in the 9th house are in a neutral position, and increase your wisdom and cleverness. At the end of February 2022, you can capture a certain opportunity for extraordinary financial gain, especially from your long-term partner, spouse, or close friend. Some of these people come up with a great idea, so you should keep your eyes and ears open so as not to miss an excellent opportunity for an unexpected and especially quick financial gain. March will be a generally beneficial month for every Virgo. Whether we are talking about work or news in personal life. From a financial point of view, from March 20th to April 20th, the mighty sun passes through the house of transformation and passes through the sign of its exaltation. The house of transformation in general very often brings in such a position a material influx, especially in view of the financial and material resources of Virgo, without their own doing. This means that you may be affected by the unexpected financial influx of someone close to you who shares their finances with you, or you may enjoy an extraordinary financial gain, inheritance, or other unexpected income to your financial budget. However, you must use this money wisely. You need to think about how you will use this money for your further financial development. In the case of Virgo, the movement of the sun also evokes a great desire to accumulate material possessions, and thus you will have a great problem getting rid of things that you do not need. On the other hand, Virgo Horoscope 2022 recommends you to get your things in order from March 20th to April 20th, especially in clothes and electronics. You should get rid of unnecessary things that you are not using. It is with this style that you can enrich your wallet with another source of finance, because you will clean the household of unnecessary things that may please others. Make a small home sale via the internet or through acquaintances who would definitely appreciate your things at fractional prices. Virgo should pay close attention to this transit, especially if they are paid for some games or dependencies related to finances. Gambling and any other games with your finances are not recommended. If you have a need or desire to invest, consult a professional who will certainly give you the best advice in the field of finance. You can rely mainly on your closest friends who are in the financial sphere or who have a degree in finance. Don't make hasty and quick investment decisions, especially don't invest in risky stocks or other quick-earning assets. Rather, focus on the distant future and on certain returns that would come from your investment. Anyone who is subject to a certain addiction, such as slot machines, gambling, or other addictions related to your money, must be tamed during this period. Virgo also has the opportunity now to seek professional help that will be successful. Don't delay the treatment of your addiction associated with a huge outflow of finances, because in the future this lax approach to money will cause you a huge number of problems, warns Virgo Horoscope 2022 in terms of finances. Over the next month, transits do not indicate any impact on your finances, so you have relative calm in your finances until May 2nd, when nothing unexpected happens. From May 2nd, Venus in 8th house is in the sign of exile. Until May 28th, its strong transition will cause chaos in your money and can disrupt your saved finances. You will have to dig deeper into your pocket, especially if your household appliances are old, and if you are constantly struggling with a broken car, or if your children require more money for their expenses. It is the rapid passage of the planet Venus that will cause disrupted energies in finances, when you can also be selfish. Guard your family finances, and calm down the needs of your family members who, after all, don't need all the things they want. Financial problems can also be related to your electronics and your car, so it is quite possible that you will have to reach for the money saved during May. Nor is it a good time for the lottery, or any bets related to winning, as transits suggest that you might be doing well in this regard. From May 28th to June 23rd, this negative transit is negated by Venus, which will move to the 9th house, and each Virgo will be largely attracted to foreign cultures and exotic things. You may be eager to buy new clothes that have an exotic undertone, or you may need to travel abroad. In any case, Horoscope 2022 recommends that after the end of the retrograde Mercury from June 3rd, you should not be afraid of long journeys or new adventures. The world is open to you in 2022, dear Virgo, and to this positive prediction is added Venus operating in the 9th house after the end of Mercury's return from June 2nd to the end of the month. However, choose wisely, and if you want to relax comprehensively, bet on a wellness day somewhere close, where travel will not take you much of the energy. You can also go on holiday with those who are closest to you, and who share your views of the world and your life. You need to recharge your batteries, and you won't get another option until November. So do not hesitate and choose your date for this year's vacation. So you can choose either the month of June, or the month of November 2022, because these months are the most suitable time for the overall comprehensive rest of the sign of Virgo. Transits related to your money will still be felt by the end of 2022. The word from August 26 to September 23, when the ruling planet moving to the second astrological house affects your finances. You have a huge need to secure your family's financial status. Your attention is fully focused on material issues and on material matters. You may be able to make money through your work activities and through faster career progressions. It will be especially successful for those who work in the field of journalism, tourism, or in the communications industry, or in financial insurance consulting, or traders. Through very good communication and your intellect, you will earn extra money that will be useful to you by the end of 2022. You may not need them for unexpected expenses, but they will provide you with a sense of security, safety and a perfect sense of financial stability. After the transit of Mercury through the second house, the Sun also shifts to the second house from September 23rd, where it works almost until the end of October 2022. Again, every Virgo places great emphasis on material security. During this period, there may also be an unexpected marriage of Virgo, mainly for the financial security of herself. However, this transit is not damaged by any negative aspects, and the whole of September is considered a period when your activity can bring you extraordinary financial gain. So focus on the quality of the work done, and be sure of your work, which brings you extra money. Some Virgos, especially those whose work is housekeeping, will enjoy the extraordinary earnings of their partner. Thus, for each Virgo, the second half of the year brings an extremely positive forecast in the field of finance, because the planet Mercury and the Sun are very favorable planets affecting your financial status in the second half of 2022. Looking at the financial Virgo horoscope, 2022 would affect the financial stability of Virgo by the end of 2022. On the contrary, until the end of 2022, Virgo can enjoy financial savings, and most of you will experience better financial status through your own work or through a partner. The year 2022 brings you real harmonization of your financial income and expenses in the second half of the year, even if you experienced financial instability at the beginning of 2022. The end of the year will remove your concerns. Not only will you feel safe, but you will also be able to afford the purchases you only dreamed of in the previous period. It may be high time to buy new appliances for your home, buy a new vehicle, or invest in your home. At the end of 2022, Virgos do not even have to worry about mortgages, which will probably not burden your family budget in the future either. Any financial decisions from August to the end of December 2022 will be the right ones. The only period when Virgos should avoid important financial decisions is the last 3 days of 2022, a specific period from December 29th to the beginning of 2023, when your retrograde home planet affects your finances. These days, it is not appropriate to make any important financial decisions, sign important contracts, or start new projects. On the contrary, every Virgo should enjoy December 2022 in the company of her closest friends and family, and forget about negotiations about finances or work. The end of the year belongs to the family, love, well-being and financial stability of each Virgo. Therefore, enjoy this great period of 2022, which brings you astrological transits affecting both man and a woman born in the earth sign of Virgo. Dear Leo, if you like the horoscope, please support us and subscribe our channel. For more horoscopes, Leo, visit to links that you can find in the video description. Biggest Horoscope 2022 are prepared by fortune teller and site www.horoscope-divination.com. Wish you all the best in 2022. Health and Vitality Horoscope Virgo 2022. Horoscope for the year 2022 for the sign of Virgo also brings you a prediction in the health of the sign of the zodiac, a prediction for both a Virgo man and a woman. Will the year 2022 be balanced in terms of health, or do unexpected illnesses await you, for which you should prepare in advance? Does the year 2022 wish Virgos in overcoming long-lasting illnesses, or in managing health priorities in life? Will Virgos succeed in fighting for better health, and do astrological transits wish those Virgos who decided to lose weight in 2022, eat healthier, or move more? Virgo Horoscope 2022 brings opportunities to learn about the news as a basic support for your health for 2022. The oil of 2022 for every Virgo becomes lavender oil, the effects of which are really very wide. With lavender oil, you can cope with any stress you carry from work or personal family problems. Lavender oil should be purchased as early as the end of 2021 and should be part of every household and workplace where Virgo moves. From a general point of view, Virgo has the most common health problems in life with the thyroid gland, intestines, and nervous system. Thus, several Virgos suffer from a slow digestive system and intestines that need to be cleansed. The year 2022 will not be an exception, and every Virgo should focus mainly on the persistent problems of digestion, which need to be solved once and for all. Lavender oil will help you in this way, because it reduces insomnia and thus improves your digestion and your metabolism. It also has anti-inflammatory effects and is an excellent remedy against nervousness and internal tension. However, you should invest in this oil of 2022 for every Virgo. Don't look for cheap solutions, but rather choose 100% natural essential oil, which you can use in different ways. Did you know that this oil has been used for centuries to relieve burns and help with breathing problems? You can also use lavender oil in 2022 as a first aid after an insect bite, if you are bothered by an exaggerated reaction or allergies to the bite. Increase your body's resistance to free radicals and prevent great stress or nervous tension thanks to the use of lavender oil. In 2022, however, you will find recommendations, not only in the field of aromatherapy. Herb of the year 2022 for every Virgo in terms of health is lemon balm. You can use lemon balm to make tea, which you can indulge in whenever you feel that you need to relieve stress, that you need to switch off, and gain new strength. Lemon balm is best to drink before going to bed, in the evening, when you only have the opportunity to relax and fully enjoy your moments with yourself. Therefore, in the family of every Virgo should be found not only lavender oil, but also the herb lemon balm, which healing effects are known in several ways. It can fight insomnia, help you reduce swelling, calm your heart and relieve high blood pressure. It is an excellent helper not only for physical pain, but for poor digestion. It is also used as a support treatment for mental health problems and psychological stress, which may be many in 2022. It is recommended to drink lemon balm tea 5 hours before bedtime to make the most of its healing effects. It is suitable not only for women, for example in menstrual pain, or for the urological problems, but also for men. It is a suitable fighter against stress and a support for good digestion and healthy stomach. Every properly prepared lemon balm tea contains a number of healthy vitamins for you. It contains phenolic acid and rosemary acid, as well as B vitamins, which have a number of positive effects on your health. It supports not only digestion, but also the conversion of sugars into energy, and this tea benefits your hair, nails and skin. So bet in 2022 on your herb of the year, which will be a great helper, especially for minor health problems, for hard physical work, or it is a drink suitable for rest after demanding mental days. These basic facts about the health of Virgo in 2022 had to be stated at the outset. Let's now look at which transits will be beneficial for Virgo and vice versa, which may mean injuries, health problems, or other complications associated with your health. Since January 2nd, the health of Virgo will be affected by Mercury passing through the 6th astrological house. It remains in this house until the first days of February, and from January 14th it becomes retrograde. During this Mercury, you have to deal with the fact that you will be much more sensitive to pain than before. In case of any health problems that appear in your life in January, you must visit a specialist and reach for the treatment that you may have refused so far. Virgo Horoscope 2022 in the field of health and vitality recommends that each Virgo in January focus mainly on own peace of mind and on personal growth, especially from a psychological point of view. If you approach your health conscientiously and systematically during January, it is possible that some Virgos will diagnose the oncoming disease in time, which could be more complicated without this early diagnosis. If you feel in January that some of your health problems are stealing from your energy, which you have not yet discovered, it is high time to act. Although it may seem hasty, January is a great opportunity for Virgo to undergo preventive checkups, which are important for your future health. It is the period of retrograde Mercury from January 14th to February 1st that recommends you to be very responsible for your health and, in case of complications, also turn to other members of your family. It is also possible that diseases in your life will develop that are contagious. Therefore, take an interest in the diseases of your ancestors and ask your grandparents what diseases accompanied them during their lives. You will learn more about your health history. Find out what diseases you should watch out for during your life. An in-depth analysis of your health is required in January 2022 if you want to be calmer for the rest of the year. If you are suffering from a health problem that is chronic in nature, January does not expect chronic diseases to worsen. However, you must follow the recommended dosage of the medication and do not forget about important preventive examinations. However, focus mainly on yourself and support your health in several ways. Don't rely on others to solve your health problems, but finally do something for your own health. Retrograde Mercury from January 14th to February 1st does not recommend starting a new sport that you have not practiced before. On the other hand, you have the opportunity to study your mental health in depth, soothe any stress in your life that is now damaging your health and has no place in your life. You will mainly cleanse your personal aura, but also focus on cleaning your home. Strengthen the health, not only of yourself, but also of your family members. February 2022 is a month that is ideal for you to be more interested in healthy exercise and healthy eating. As we have already mentioned, the sign of Virgo mainly suffers from digestive problems during life, so in 2022 you need to include more fiber and foods in your diet that support healthy digestion and faster metabolism. In February, you have to keep thinking about your health, but your worries are out of place. February transits do not allow any negative effects on your health, whether in terms of injuries or new diseases. However, make sure you consume enough fruits and vegetables that can deepen and strengthen your health, Virgo Horoscope 2022 recommends. In February, it would also be advisable to create a regular drinking regime that helps you absorb the vitamins and minerals taken from food. Virgo is sometimes too careless about health, although overall, the horoscope admits that your immunity and defenses are very strong. Virgo is not often sick, although they tend to take many vitamins in the form of supplements from the pharmacy. In 2022, however, focus more on getting vitamins and minerals from your diet and eliminate vitamins from your diet that you can take in other ways. Constant exercise in 2022 will make you physically strong and mentally resilient. In February, you can start physical activity, which will become your routine in 2022. Turn on your favorite music, meditate, exercise and pamper yourself with a massage or reading a book. These are the steps to better health in 2022 recommended by Horoscope 2022 Virgo to each of you. In March, astrological transits warn Virgos more sensitive to certain foods or Virgos suffering from allergies. In March, it is necessary to pay more attention to what you consume, because you may be bothered by an unpleasant allergy or an unexpected chemical in food that you react badly to. Therefore, choose carefully and follow all necessary hygiene habits, which are also related to diseases in your area. If you see or hear that someone around you is struggling with a bad disease, it's time to think more about your health. From March 6 to April 5th, focus more on the contacts you meet, because even the flu can bother you in March. You are affected by Venus passing through the 6th house, and this Venus can also lead to improper eating, headaches, or even anorexia. You should therefore be careful about your diet and not be subject to any exaggerated diets or weight loss. Instead, build your own self-confidence and harmonious relationships between you and your family members. This is much more important than the physical appearance through which you can harm your health. Venus passing through the sign of the Aquarius in the 6th house can mean a severe cold or Virgo disease caused by cold weather or underestimation of warm clothes. The astrological effects on Virgo's health and the passage of Mercury with the sign of Aries and in April your energies will be concentrated in a completely different direction. You have the opportunity to enjoy balanced health, which you should strengthen with a healthy lifestyle, and in case of stress, relax with a cup of tea or lavender oil. Virgo Horoscope 2022 recommends you to take plenty of leafy vegetables and bet on whole wheat bread to strengthen your health. Replace ordinary bread with whole grain bread, because this step will support your health. Improve your diet. Also include fruits such as oranges, bananas and lemons. He prefers food that is easy to digest and that does not burden your body. Of course, you can indulge in an unhealthy diet from time to time, but make sure that it does not form part of your daily consumption. Anyway, Virgo Horoscope 2022 also recommends you to start cooking more and not rely solely on restaurant meals, which can often be full of unhealthy fats and sugars. Instead, cook a healthy, high-fiber meal from time to time. You can also try green beans, cornbread, lentils, eggs or spinach. All of these foods are good for stimulating your digestion because they contain enough fiber. To soothe digestive and stomach problems, be sure to remember your 2020 herb, which is lemon balm. If you are going to travel during the months of April, May, June, and July, do not forget about foods that will help you with internal nervousness and bring you a feeling of peace and energy. Bet on foods that are high in B vitamins and that will strengthen your immune and nervous systems. Consume sunflower seeds and don't forget the oranges. Throughout this period, avoid cold drinks that could cause your sore throat and weaken your immune system. They also weaken your intestines, and Virgo Horoscope 2022 also advises you to avoid refined simple sugar, which not only causes digestive problems, but also worsens the condition of your skin. Eat everything in moderation, so that you do not intentionally damage your health through diet. The subsequent astrological transit that affects your area of health will be the passage of Mercury and the Sun through the 12th astrological house in the period from the second half of July to the first half of August. In July, a certain amount of restraint is required on your part in several ways, and also in the area of health. Again, Horoscope 2022 reminds you to avoid unhealthy diets and refined sugar. Be active and do not slow down your physical expression of energy, from which you can gain more for your health. Do a sport that you enjoy, or find a new hobby. You may want to consider sharing physical activity with your family and loved ones, who now need even more attention from you. The second half of July and the first half of August will be modest and inconspicuous from a health point of view. In any case, you should be more interested in the mental problems of your children and your partner, and in any mental needs of your family members. They may feel alienated by you, and your lack of interest in the health of others may make their health even worse. So if there is someone in your family who suffers from a permanent chronic illness, or whose health deteriorates in 2022, it's time for you to pay full attention to that person. Virgo is, to a certain extent, a person who can heal the souls of others by touch and words. You should use this huge positive quality of yours, and a feature of your personality especially during the July and August, when someone close to you will need your support. So don't refuse to help anyone in your family or any of your friends. Push their interests over your own, and be the best healer for others. You are a very receptive and empathetic person, which makes you not only an excellent friend, but also a person who has the potential to heal the physical difficulties and souls of others. You can understand others in depth, because you can listen to their problems. Every Virgo has a gift in the depth of their soul to heal others, and it is this gift that you should discover, strengthen and build in 2022. The horoscope advises you to use the summer months of 2022, not only for sports. Use these days to support the better health of your loved ones. Also in the second half of 2022, no astrological transits block the health and vitality of Virgo. So you do not have to expect any surprises that would negatively affect your health. The months of September, October, and November are balanced and harmonious from the point of view of Virgo's health. Virgo can thus fully focus on her work, family and friends, because the horoscope for 2022 focuses on the family and your friends. The whole of September, October, and November is a very favorable period for Virgo in terms of horoscope and astrological transits. The last aspect that will affect the health of Virgo in 2022 will be the Sun passing through the sign of Capricorn in the 5th house, from December 21st to January 20th, 2023. Now you are focusing on the most important areas of your life, and you feel close to your family. As we mentioned in previous sections of the horoscope, in December you have the opportunity to harmonize the family relationships that have been broken. This approach of your life thus strengthens not only interpersonal relationships, but also the mental health of you and others. Your energy can be used to balance the frustration and depression of other people around you. Once again, you become a strong healer of a family that can advise others in any area of life. From time to time, Virgo certainly feels that they have the strength and power to help others. You have energy that you should share and that you should use to heal your soul, problems, and energy. In 2022, Virgo does not have to worry about any unexpected illnesses, and you do not have to worry that your energy will be negatively affected by strong transit affecting your health. The only time you should slow down and focus more on your own health is January 2022, when you should deal with any unexpected health problem. Only in January can an unexpected disease appear, which can negatively affect the health of Virgo. The other months of 2022 are therefore auspicious and allow you to develop your own mental health and help others. The year 2022 will allow several Virgos to realize what power really lies in your personality full of understanding, love and devotion. Virgo Horoscope 2022 also recommends you to keep your emotions to yourself in order to maintain your own strong health, so that you also focus on the health of other members of your family. In terms of surgical procedures, which are related not only to your health, but also to beauty, the horoscope recommends you to avoid the period when the full moon and the new moon are formed. This impact of lunar transits is not suitable for surgeries, and therefore, if you are going to make any more serious interventions in terms of your health in 2022, avoid not only the period of retrograde Mercury, but also the full moon and the new moon. In March, watch out for any allergies, and focus on consuming foods that are not chemically treated, like your Virgo Horoscope 2022 suggests. Other months no longer bring warnings, so you can enjoy the closeness of your family, friends, and your loved ones. If you like the horoscope, please support us and subscribe our channel. For more horoscopes, Leo, visit to links that you can find in the video description. Biggest Horoscope 2022 are prepared by fortune teller and site www.horoscope-divination.com. Wish you all the best in 2022.